free installation. Life Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Warranty limitations apply.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Harry Douglas here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Mother's Day is coming, and you gotta show love to the mothers in your life. You know you gotta take care of mom. Plus, my wife just became a first-time mom. So yeah, Mother's Day matters, and you gotta get it right. That's why I'm sending flowers from the Bouquet Company. Right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Bouquet's flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Mother's Day is May 10th, so don't wait. Go to Bouquets.com, use code CANTY to get 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Here is DeAndre Ayton, and the Thunder steal that. Caruso beats everybody down the floor and dunks it. Timeout, Lakers. And now they're in real trouble. Thunder 88, Lakers 73.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
108 to 90. And shot clock's off, so they're just going to dribble it out, and the Lakers will lose game one by 18. Chet Holmgren, 24 points, 12 rebounds. SGA, 18 points, snapping his 20-point streak. But maybe, Michael, they'll separate him and he'll still have it for the regular season.
Yeah, he will for the regular season, yes.
Final score. Thunder 108, Lakers 90.
A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
No, Art, I don't even want to talk about.
No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time. Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Oh, just one more thing.
And good morning, 7:02. The Sedano Show, as somebody once said, "Oh, Lakers fans, they are who we thought they were," meaning the Thunder. And you've been waiting all day not to see this suited idiot and what he would have to say, but George Sedano, ball knower extreme, who tried to tell you, Cappy. Why are you in a suit, by the way?
Well, it's Windy Wednesday, number one, and I told Brian Windhorst that when he comes in here all dressed up, that it makes me feel uncomfortable that I'm wearing, like, sweats.
But why is your shirt open?
Well, I haven't tied the tie.
If you're going to be suited and booted, do it right.
No, I haven't tied the tie all the way to the top. I haven't buttoned the top button. I realized this morning, George, I haven't worn a shirt buttoned all the way to the top, and I haven't worn a tie in probably about 10 years. But with Windy coming in, and given that it's the playoff edition, I thought I needed to take it to the next level today. So shirt, tie, jacket, playoffs, Windy Wednesday. That's why I'm wearing
There you go, Cappy. You're a great teammate. My apologies for the poor sounding audio today.
Oh, boy. Wow.
That's right.
So,
all right.
Well, listen, you either get this or you get nothing.
You should hide under the covers and like put your comforter like over your head so it doesn't echo as much.
Well, I'm doing my best. How about that?
You either get this or you get nothing from me.
Right.
Well, we'll
so
take
it's either
this.
that or nothing.
We're going to
So
take this
take
from
it,
you.
Take it or leave it.
We're going to
okay?
take it. We're not going to leave it. We're going to take it.
So here's the thing.
Tell me.
I thought their strategy was good going into the game. I did. I thought their strategy was good. And I thought JJ's strategy of doubling Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was working to an extent. He caused him to have, what did he finish with? 6 turnovers?
I think it was 6 or 7. Well, I think it's 6. I think LeBron had 7.
Right,
Okay.
6, 7. Yes, great.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg.
So anyway, he finished with 6 or 7 turnovers. And it's basically, hey, I'm going to let those other guys try to beat me. Except those other guys are also really good, even without Jalen Williams.
Yeah. By the way, it was 7 turnovers for Shai.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that, now what he probably didn't count on was Austin Reaves going 3 of 16 from the field, which is the worst, and this is not an exaggeration, the worst field goal percentage, okay, by any Laker in a playoff game in the last 35 years.
Amazing.
Okay?
Amazing.
You have to go back to Sam Perkins in the game 4 of the 1991 finals, I believe, against the Bulls, where he went 1 of 15. That's how far back you have to go to have the game Austin Reaves has had. And we'll get to Austin in a second. Let's focus on the game for a second, the larger part of the game. So that strategy, in theory, made sense. And it worked. But those guys...
Just so I understand what you're saying, the strategy of we're going to
Hey, let's double Shai.
On occasion, we may even bring 3 at Shai. Whatever it is, we're going to not let him score 35 points a game. Is that the strategy you're speaking of?
Correct. They
Okay,
held him
gotcha.
under 20. He had a streak of 20-point games that was broken yesterday.
That's right.
A long streak.
Over
as a matter
100
of fact.
games, I think.
Was that it was 115 games?
Yeah.
Was that all regular season or was it playoffs?
That was both included. Now he still has the regular season streak, but
Right.
but the one with both is now gone. So it was the right strategy, except they hit on the 20 times they doubled him hard. These guys shot 8 of 13. So the Thunder, that's the thing. Like he did the right thing in trying to get the ball out of his hands and saying, I'm going to let those other guys beat me, especially without Jalen Williams out there. Well, J-Dub, right? Because there's the other Jalen Williams that Greg was lamenting that he could hit a 3. And I believe he said, I believe you said in the text that one of the other players who I won't name couldn't even hit the broadside of a barn.
Can I name him? It was Vando.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, I didn't want to say.
You're right.
It. Go ahead.
You're right.
I'm happy to say it.
You're right.
He barely hit the rim, and Jalen Williams is hitting 3s on us when he's like, what, the 13th guy?
Yeah.
Poor guy broke his pinky.
He
But anyway,
dislocated it, right?
It was really sad.
Full dislocation is what
His bone popped out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it was bad.
gruesome.
It was really bad.
Okay, I didn't see the bone pop out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Google
There's
it, Cabby.
pictures. It's
Yeah.
there.
All right,
It's there
let me
for
take
you.
a look at it.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Okay.
So anyway, so JJ took the right approach. Those guys just hit shots because those guys are just really good. Like even it's what I told you. They have guys that you're not really that familiar with that are really good. And that doesn't even account for the fact that they have Chet Holmgren and Alex Caruso and Lu Dort and guys that you know that are going to be good. But like they just have too many guys. That's part of the problem. And the Lakers don't have enough guys right now.
Right. And listen, you made this point, and others have as well, that Oklahoma City's got guys that would be starters and could possibly turn into stars on other teams. And if you were not watching a lot of Oklahoma City basketball this year, it's like you see a guy like Jared McCain and you go, wow. I mean, this guy, like, where did this come from? I mean, because he's like, you know, he's probably guy number 8, 9, 10 on this team. And this guy goes 4 for 5 last night from 3-point range. And they weren't exactly great last night, Oklahoma City. That's kind of the thing that bums you out.
Oh, yeah.
Is
That's the I mean, I put it, what did I say in the text yesterday?
A B- game?
Yes.
Well, that's the thing is that really, you know, they've been off for quite some time because they annihilated Phoenix with 4 straight games in the first round. And so they've been off. So Shai said after the game, you know, it kind of took us the first half to get ourselves back into rhythm. But they were not great last night, Oklahoma City. In other words, when you just take a look at some of the shooting numbers, you go, wow, these guys did not have a great shooting night. So what would happen if they were just on par with their regular season type average? What might they have scored last night? Because 108 points is not terrible. It's just not an awful number of points to give up.
Do you hear what you're saying, though? They had a bad game. They had a B- game,
right,
and they beat the Lakers by 18.
I know, and that's the problem, right? Is that if you were going to steal a game on the road last night, especially the way things started with the Lakers jumping out to a 7-0
The Sedano.
Wow. Oh, man, I just blew my ears out.
That was me. Sorry about that.
Wow.
Gonna be me solo for a while, so get ready.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Hey, the imaging pops here, man.
Whoa. Ow.
Got a little tinnitus going on right now?
I don't know what tinnitus is, but
when you hear the ringing, when you got the ringing in your ear?
Yeah, okay.
That's tinnitus.
That's tinnitus?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. But here's the thing. If you were going to steal a game, last night's game was the one that you probably had the best chance to steal because Oklahoma City, just did not play as well as we are accustomed to seeing them play. And I guess what I'm really trying to say is they didn't shoot the ball as well as we would have expected. So to me yesterday, hey, Shea's going to score less than 20 points. What do you think that means for the Lakers? I'm going to say Lakers have a really good chance to win that game. But, George, the shooting by the Lakers, and look, I know we're going to get to Austin Reaves, and there's like an instant feedback reaction to Austin Reaves, which is you don't want him after this year. That's like immediately people go to, you can't sign him, you can't pay him, he can't perform in the postseason. That's what people go to immediately. And he did not play well. I acknowledge that. But you know what? They got to get production from somebody other than just LeBron. And listen, I'll give Rui some credit. Played a pretty good game. Give DeAndre Ayton a little bit of credit. He played well. I'd say early he played well. But the shooting of Marcus Smart and Austin Reaves combined yesterday. And listen, I hate to lump Marcus Smart into it because he wasn't 0 for 5 from three-point range.
And he also played good defense, too.
Yes, and he wasn't 3 for 16 from the field. He was slightly better. He was 4 for 15 from the field.
But he hit 3 early threes,
yes.
So he was playing a little bit better.
He hit a couple of early threes, I think, because he was 2 for 8 on the night.
Maybe it was
so but the point is,
why don't we cleanse the palate here? We got 2 reads in this segment.
Oh, you want to cleanse in the middle of that?
Give me 60 seconds on the wellness company. Let your ears heal a little bit.
Hey, listen, I don't know that there's anything in this emergency medical kit. I don't know that there's anything for getting your ears blown out. But I will tell you this, if you have an ear infection, as an example, and your ears are really, really hurting, and you're like, goodness, man, I can't figure this out. All you have to do is go into your medical emergency kit because that's where you have all of these different medications that are going to help you get better as fast as possible. It's why I carry it with me everywhere I go. Now, inside the medical emergency kit, that's the guidebook. And so you say, well, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what medications to take for what symptoms I have. Well, nobody expects you to know that stuff. That's why, by the way, there's doctors on call. You can call at any time, and people are there to answer your questions. But when you go into the guidebook and you go, I've got a really badly sore throat, I've got a terrible ear pain, it hurts when I pee, I'm nauseous, whatever your condition may be, your medications are already here in your medical emergency kit. And with the guidebook, this allows you to know what symptoms you have and what medication you can take so that you can hurry up and get back to living your life. And I'm telling you right now, with summer coming and with summer vacations right around the corner for a lot of you guys, you're going to go on road trips. You can't afford to get sick because finding a pharmacy or finding a doctor is a real headache. And then there's probably something in here as well for a real headache. UrgentCareKit.com/710 is the website. UrgentCareKit.com/710. Use our promo code 710. You're saving $45. Every single household should have a medical emergency kit. Every kid in college should have a medical emergency kit. So get one today. UrgentCareKit.com/710. Use the promo code 710, and you're saving $45 on the medical emergency kit.
Thank you, Cappy. 713.
Ooh, gosh. That's loud.
Why don't you phones? You going to complain all morning about your headphones?
All right, so hold on a second.
You look like an insurance salesman that went home and saw his wife getting it on with somebody else, and now you've loosened your tie and oh man, I just need a drink.
Yeah. Let's all.
Actually, it's a really good description.
Well, Tim, when I walked in, Tim asked me if I was going to court this morning. You know.
That's good by Tim running the social media today because Carlos at Pachanga where tents are blowing. Did you see that video?
I did see it.
I did see that.
Oh my God!
Goodness, man, that reminds me of a couple of years ago when we were down in Hermosa and we were there for the Rams draft party. Remember that, George, when the umbrella
Yeah,
came flying
one
off?
of the players almost got drilled.
The
in
Rams
head.
D lineman.
I mean, that tent couldn't hit Mason and take him out for a few weeks?
Looked like it knocked Sua to the ground.
Yeah, he was doing a bit.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
So George, as a non-ball knower like you are,
George is a non-ball knower. I like that.
No, he's a ball knower. I'm a non-ball knower.
Oh, gotcha.
So the fact is,
ball knowers.
The Oklahoma City offense to me was
that too loud for you, Cappy?
Was incredibly impressive. Every shot.
Volume.
All right, I'll let them go.
Go ahead, Bergie. Reset.
Go non-ball knower.
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
That's a little bit later in the show.
Your mom, Bergie.
All right, but
That's actually coming up, later for sure.
Yeah.
I'll show up in a robe.
The Oklahoma City offense, it was crazy impressive. Like every single shot seemed like it was in space. They had spacing on the floor that was pushing all the Lakers players all over the place. Every pass that they were making was throwing it to a space, not to just a guy standing there. That is an incredibly impressive offense that they're running there.
Yeah, look, man, I also think the other part of the equation here is that they've had a nice run together now, too. There's some continuity. Like, these guys have played a lot of games together. And what I explained to people last year was this, that I felt they were ready. And when they went through it last year, they had their clear ups and downs because they hadn't been through it, but they survived it, right? So once you've gone through the gauntlet of winning 16 games in 2 months, it changes you. Like, you understand. LeBron knows, right? LeBron knows. Like, he knows. He's the guy on the roster that understands how to get through those 16 games. He's done it 4 times, okay? But there is just a level of detail, intensity that you have to have, and they have it. And it's funny, you're marveling at their offense, and again, I'm telling you, that's their B- game. Like, they did not play a crisp game on either side of the ball, in my opinion. It really is. They're just overwhelming at times. And there were a couple of times, to JJ's credit, I thought in the game, early in that game, it could have gotten away. Every time for the first 3 quarters, basically, that it got to like 10, he called the timeout, which was smart. Because the last thing you want is that avalanche coming, right? And the last thing you want is that crowd getting into it. And then that's it. You're done at that point. And eventually he just ran out of timeouts, to be honest with you. Like, to his credit, he did everything he could to mitigate it. But they couldn't stop him. Like, they're inevitable, man. Like, they're doing this without their second best player. Like, look at what happened to Boston when Jason Tatum was out. In Game 7. Yes, they made it close at the end because of all the threes started falling eventually, and then all of a sudden they kept shooting threes even though they were down 1 for some strange reason. But the reality is, like, this team is just constructed as well as any. Like, I told you, the last time I saw them against Phoenix in the first round, I texted our group text, I said, this is the best team 1 through 12 that I've ever seen. And it's the truth. Like, they have guys that are just really good. Now, I know you did say, Greg, you made me laugh out loud.
Oh, boy. What'd I do now?
Oh, yeah. What'd you say?
No, because when they lost, you said the Corgis still had the Lakers in 7.
That's
true.
right.
That
The
is true.
Corgis have the Lakers in 7.
Right. First 2 games go to Oklahoma City.
Right.
Next 2 games go to the Lakers. Then it's 1-1-1, and the Lakers wind up winning in Game 7. That's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
That's going to happen.
The Corgi has a really high winning percentage.
I'm not giving up.
I think.
I'm not like, look, I think most people today.
You got the hope, Cappy.
Right. Most people today, can I ask everybody, do most people think after watching last night's game that the Lakers are going to get swept?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
That was the best version of LeBron we were going to get, and he was pretty good.
He was 12 of 17,
Yeah.
to Chris's point.
Yeah.
And now he's got 1 day off. Not good.
Yeah, but still, you got Jake LaRavia, which that guy shouldn't
Jake
need to see the
LaRavia.
floor again.
Yeah, exactly. He should be playing ball with Bergie out in the back.
You get
Honestly,
Bronny in there.
I might beat him.
Get Bronny in there, and then that gives like LeBron a whole new level of motivation.
Maybe.
You get like Austin Reaves to actually hit some shots, and I feel like they have a chance.
I'm not going to give up after just 1 game.
But what's going to happen when SGA plays a good game?
Well, this is
coming. By
this
the
is
way.
the problem, right? This is the issue that
Tell us the issue in 20 seconds.
All right, let's do it again.
Was that bell too loud?
Well, I'm starting to figure out like how I can.
All right,
negotiate
7:18.
the headphones.
And you know what you could have done since the Sedano and Gap morning show started? You could have gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Home with a 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you.
I got to go this weekend. I do. I'm there. I'm at the 108,800.
All right, don't get off topic.
All right, so look, here's where the Lakers actually deserve some credit, okay? Because I think everybody today is just going to beat up on them. I think everybody's going to say they got no shot. I think people are going to break out their brooms and assume that this thing's going to get real ugly. But here's what I would say. To your point, George, about JJ trying to slow down the avalanche that seemed to be coming over and over again. Because remember, the Lakers got off to a good start, but they wound up losing the first quarter by 5 points. Then the Lakers in the second quarter, it seemed like they were kind of hanging on, and they lost the second quarter by 3 points. So it was a grand total of like 8 points at halftime. When you got to the middle point of the third quarter, the score was 69-65, and there were 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And at this point, I'm saying to myself, you know what? They're weathering the storm. There seems to be an opportunity for Oklahoma City. This could have happened in the second quarter for Oklahoma City to completely blow them out. And the Lakers just kept hanging around. And they got to a point in the third quarter where they were down by 9. And then in the snap of a finger, they were only down by 4. And you're going, okay, you know what? They're still alive in this game. And then honestly, it happens in like 30 seconds. Where you're down by 4, and the next thing you know, you're down by 10 or 11 or 12. And by the time you get to the end of the third quarter, you realize that the Lakers only scored 19 points in the third quarter. They scored 37 points in the second half. So the issues, in my opinion, are really on the Lakers side of things. And again, I'm going to go to Austin Reaves first. If Austin Reaves is 45% on the night shooting, all of a sudden you're competing in this game. The score is a whole lot closer. But when a scorer like Austin Reaves is 0 for 5 from three-point range and is 3 for 16 from the field, and by the way, it's not just those numbers. It's more than that. It's the terrible, terrible passing on certain plays. Like he tried to throw 2 alley-oops in particular up to Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes would have to be Wemby on juice to go up and get those balls and dunk them down. They were horrific passes. And Austin Reaves, here's the thing. He's getting beaten up all over this floor. There is no respect for that guy. People put shoulders into him. They knock him down. He had one point where he knocked knees, and he was hurt on that play. I mean, he is just a rag doll out there. Marcus Smart literally threw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander directly into the chest of Austin Reaves. And Reaves was down, and I thought, okay, he's broken. They just broke his chest in half. He's just getting thrown around the floor. So when you're getting beaten up like that, bro, stop shooting if it's not your night.
Listen, man, I have maintained that I would not give Austin Reaves the max. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve a huge pay raise. I would prefer to have Austin Reaves in the $30 to $35 million range. That's just me, okay? And And I understand the way this team is built. He's supposed to be the third player, right? You're supposed to have Doncic out there. I'm fully aware of that being the case. I just feel like some of his numbers in the playoffs at times look good, but I don't know how impactful they actually are. And here, there's a stat that I'm going to give you on the other side that this season, okay, this is not previous seasons. This is this year in games he's played, okay, against athletic teams, OKC, Houston, and San Antonio. And the numbers are going to stun you, okay?
I'm looking forward to being stunned.
That'll be in about 3 minutes from right now. But first, Sedano, we know you're going to take care of Mom.
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
From our friends at Burke Williams. From our friends at Burke Williams later on this morning. But
yeah.
Also, Books, send Mom some flowers, too. Get her that 80-minute facial and get her flowers.
Yeah, sucker, do both, okay? Mother's Day's coming up, and look, I've been thinking about Mom, and look, Mom did everything for you. Mom got you for school. Mom took you to practice. Mom did all your projects for you, right? She helped you out in every which way, man. And she helped you when you grew up too, okay? She still probably helps you, all right? We heard from plenty of dads yesterday and guys yesterday who were talking about their mom, and they're grown men at this point, and how much they still influence their lives. So yeah, Mother's Day matters. You got to get it right. And the easiest way is Bouquets, short for bouquets. Go to Bouquets.com. That's BOUQS. Use the promo code ESPN, and we're going to hook you up and you get 25% off. Yep. So you can send her flowers, 25% off, just because you listen to Sedano and Cap. And Bouquets just aren't any flowers. They're cut fresh from the best farms, so they're bigger, brighter, and last way longer. Send a vibrant, happy bouquet, or step it up with a monthly subscription, man. Keep the happiness coming month after month for Mom. When she smiles, you know you got it right. And they have over 55,000 five-star reviews, so Bouquets is the way to go. It took me 2 minutes, man. I did it the other day. I picked the bouquet. I went to the website, Bouquets.com. That's BOUQS.com. I picked the bouquet, set the delivery date, and I was done. And, of course, I added the promo code ESPN for 25% off. So grab some for your wife, your aunt, and your grandma, too, because we're getting you that 25% off. Mother's Day is May 10th, so don't wait. Go to Bouquets.com. Use the promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Bouquets.com. Promo code ESPN.
Thank you, Sedano. 7:24. On a windy Wednesday, we'll continue the Lakers reaction in 3 minutes from right now on LA's only local sports morning show, the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Hey, Ty Pennington here, back teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away another brand new house. Imagine yourself in an amazing, fully furnished, multi-million-dollar home in beautiful Orange County. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. It's that easy. Visit Pechanga every Saturday to activate your entries for a chance to win a lucky key to the May 30th grand finale. I'll see you there.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Sedano's gonna take care of your mom.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Happy Mother's Day!
Sedano's gonna take care of your mom for Mother's Day.
Sedano is going to take care of your mom.
What you gonna do on Mother's Day? You gonna celebrate with the mother?
Thanks to Burke Williams.
7:28. Good morning. Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday. Cappy, on this day in 2017, the #1 hit Kendrick Lamar. Humble.
Did you say humble?
Yeah, when you're in studio and Jorge's not here, you're gonna have to turn on and turn off your own mic.
It's okay. I'm happy to do it.
You got to
It's
help
only
me out
pushing a
here.
button. I'm happy to help.
Come on, Southern.
I'm happy to be a teammate. I'm happy to do better than go 0 for 5 from 3-point range. I'm happy to be better than 3 for 16 from the field.
Wow.
Today is also Great American Grump Out.
Grump out.
Grump Out.
This is like,
What does that mean?
I don't know, but it
I don't
sounds
know.
like it's your kind of holiday, man.
Like you grump out. Like you're gonna like get it all out of your system, I guess.
I was bad sleep last night because Odie the bunny kept waking me up in the middle of the night, getting on my face.
Oh, yeah, what do you
try to
do?
grump out.
She. If you don't get it
You
right,
had a bunny on your face?
I did
Like,
have
you
a
just
bunny on
happened
my
to see me.
Yeah, exactly.
What did she do on your face? Like she
Just
just
kept-
climbed on it?
No, like that T-shirt. She kept nudging me in the middle of the night.
Probably likes the beard, man.
She just likes me.
Oh.
I'm happy that her mom's coming home tonight. That way I don't have to sleep in the bunny room.
So grumping out is to fight stress, crabbiness, and negativity by encouraging people to smile, laugh, and adopt a positive attitude.
Yeah, smile.
Hey, let's grump out, bro.
I'm happy that Lindsay's back in
Me
studio.
too. Me
So
too.
that'll make me happy.
Wait, I have a question. So you have to sleep in the bunny room because stuff is gone? So you have to like,
I want to sleep in the
Oh.
bunny room.
You sleep
Why-
on the floor like next to the cage?
Yeah.
No, I sleep on the couch.
Oh.
Otis has a whole room.
Isn't it like small furniture, like bunny size furniture?
No, there's a real couch
It's like a school for bunnies.
and a real TV and everything.
I thought it was like a miniature like bunny bed and a bunny
No,
couch.
she's got a bunny bed
Yeah.
and a bunny couch, but that's one side of the room. The other side's a real couch, a real TV.
Mm-hmm. Does she have a bunny cage? Like I have a friend who has a bunny, and it's
She
not
ha-
like not
no,
like
so she has a bunny dresser that has her litter box inside of it.
Mhm.
Then there's the auxiliary cage that has another litter box just in case she wants to change it up.
Mhm.
Then there's like a tent that she can play in. There's all kinds. There's a house that she can walk
We
in.
need a
you have
video
to,
of
But you
this.
have to sleep in the same room like this every
I
night.
want to sleep in the same room.
Uh huh.
Can you,
guys.
like get a video of this and send it to us?
Yeah, we call it Bunny's Landing. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but that's what Stephanie says. It's like a
Bunny's
Game of Thrones.
Landing.
Yeah, Bunny's Landing.
You would love Game
like
of Thrones.
King's Landing.
Yeah, it's too dark.
No, it's not.
The screen, I can't see anything.
Oh, I
It's
understand
all
that.
political.
You should
No, I
probably,
get that.
No, you should adjust the TV. I think you should adjust the color and the contrast. You'll see it a lot better.
You know who needs to address the color and the contrast?
Yes, I do.
The Lakers, man.
Yeah, they
Go
do.
ahead, John.
Yeah, George, I am I'm really disappointed in Austin Reaves. And I'm going to go back to something you had said prior to him returning. You said, if you're Austin Reaves' agent, you might be saying to him, hey, the best thing you could do for your career and for the future of your contract is not come back. Now, a player hears that, and a player's like, what are you talking about, man? I got to come back. Those are my guys. I got to get back as fast as I can. I got to do everything I can do every single day. I got to take every ounce of treatment. I got to work with the doctors. My guys need me. I'm not going to leave my guys out there by themselves. I got to get back. But the reality is that you're coming back to a team that doesn't have Luka, and all of a sudden you're more the focus of the defense. And if you don't play well, and last night was a disaster, you might be hurting your chances, not just to get the money from the Lakers. You might hurt your other teams around the league that might be interested in your services might be like, well, he's good, but he can't help us win a championship because the guy can't play in the playoffs.
Well, look, the reality, I wouldn't go as far as he can't play in the playoffs. He's had some struggles in some games, is what I would say. And he's had struggles in games. And because of that, you have to take that into account in an era of basketball where the finances are more punitive than they've ever been based on who you're paying and what your salary structures look like as a franchise. So you have to be smart. You can't just give everyone the max. Like the days of, hey, I have 3 max players, those days are gone, in my opinion. And if you're doing that, you're just not managing your cap right, in my opinion. So I don't think he's a max player. Like I don't think that the third best player on your team should be a max player. And it doesn't mean they can't get paid handsomely, which he should. That's what I'm saying. 30 to 35 million makes sense to me. But, that extra 10 million is a big deal in today's NBA.
Yeah.
Because it really it's not just the fact that you're paying guys and you get to the cap or whatever, you can go over the cap for your own guys. I get all that, but it restricts you in regards to how you build your roster.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it works now.
Yeah.
So to me, that's part of it.
Yeah, let me give you the flip side, though. Let me give you the positive side. Because I do believe that there is a positive. You just said it. When I said he can't play in the playoffs. You're like, now, hold on a second. Timeout. It's not that he can't play. It's that right now, look, you're asking a guy, and this is something that he said after the game, because somebody, I think it was Trudell who asked him after the game, dude, it's only your third game back, and, you're in the middle of all of this, what do you think? And he's like, dude, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares that I'm only back at my third game. The guy is putting on the uniform. The guy was for the most part during the regular season, he was your second best scorer all year long. And people expect him to, if you're going to put on the uniform and you're going to be healthy enough to play, people have an expectation that you're going to be the player that you were in the month of March. Do you agree with that?
Sure.
Okay. Can you be that player when you've been off for a month? And by the way, can you be that player?
No, it's very difficult.
Right. So there's two ways of looking at Austin Reaves. There's the give him credit because he rushed himself back and he got himself healthy, and at least he's here to give you a body and a chance. That's the positive side. The negative side is, dude, you came back so quickly. You had no regular season games, 0 regular season games to kind of get yourself reacclimated with the team and get the rust off, and you've gone right into the fire. And the fact of the matter is, other than game 1 that he came back where he scored 22 points, and even that wasn't a great performance.
Mostly foul shots.
But that's my point, is that he has not been good through his first 3 games. Why would anybody expect him to be good at this point when you've been off for a full month?
And that's why I made the comment about the agent probably doesn't want him to play unless he's sure that he's 100%.
And even if he is, call it 95%, even if he is 100%, his body may be 100% healthy from the oblique issue. It doesn't mean that he's got his cardio. It doesn't mean that his weight is still up. It doesn't mean that his shot is going to fall. I mean, he took so many bad long-range threes yesterday. And I'm saying to myself, Austin, I get it. You're a shooter, but you're not Steph Curry. Steph Curry, you say, shoot, and shoot more. If you're Devin Booker, you say, hey, Dev, go out there and keep shooting. Listen, if you're Luke Kenard, you might say, go shoot the ball more. I'd love to see Luke Kenard have more than 4 shots in a game. But Austin Reaves looks like a guy who was off for a month and then was brought back in the middle of the heat of the playoffs. Why do we have this expectation that he's going to be who he was in the month of March? I think it's unfair.
And you asked about agreed, but you asked about, like, the Lakers are actually in an advantageous situation with him financially, where they don't have to offer him the max, which is why I am imploring them to not do it, because they don't have anyone bidding against them. Where's he gonna go? Utah, Brooklyn? Those are the teams that have money right now. Like, who is he gonna go to? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, he's not gonna want to go to. I mean, maybe he will because he wants the money, but I doubt it. I don't see him wanting to go to those teams.
I would agree. I would say that Austin Reaves, and it's funny because you say $30 million, you'd be more than doubling his salary. If he got to 30 or 35 million, you'd be more than doubling his salary. If I were Austin Reaves, would I want? I'm going to make up numbers here. $200 million from Utah, or would I rather have $100 million from the Lakers? Now,
and by the way, I just realized they traded for Jaren Jackson Jr., so they're not going to have the money either. Now that I think about it, so they got to pay him.
Yeah. So the only point I'm trying to make is that, look, Austin Reaves was brought into the NBA by the Lakers. He was raised by LeBron James. He is the right-hand man, or at least he was during the regular season, to Luka Doncic. Austin Reaves would be smart to take what the Lakers offer and stay a Laker, because I don't think he's necessarily motivated by the money. But his performance last night immediately has fans saying, you don't want to pay this guy that kind of money.
Hey, I hear the music.
Yeah.
Wait. I hear the music.
Go ahead.
Let me tease. I never got.
Well, we're not
those
going to
numbers.
break. We're not going to break.
I know. But I want people. They're like Pavlov's dogs out there. They hear the music. They think we're going to break.
Well, you know what they are? They're scumbags.
Oh, they are?
No, they're not. Quack, quack. But the last thing we need is children going to their school and going, teacher, you're a scumbag.
Tell your teacher today, kids. Hey, teach, you're a scumbag.
No. It's actually National Teachers Appreciation Week, so don't say that.
Oh, yeah. Let's not do that.
If they're
kids,
moms, you know what?
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
Can you imagine a kid coming home from school because he got detention because he called the teacher a scumbag, and the teacher's like, I don't know where your kid's mouth is coming from. And the kid's like, I heard Morales say it on the radio, and he told me to tell the teacher that he or she's a scumbag.
Yeah. Don't do that, kids. Don't ever do that.
Don't do that.
But these numbers that Austin has this year against the athletic teams, OKC, San Antonio, and Houston in particular, are eye-popping. So we'll get to that next after Cappy talks about, or somebody talks about LifeWater.
I will. So we'll get to those numbers in 60 seconds, but you know, Cappy, you don't want to be a city water sleazeball.
Schifoso.
Exactly right. That's why you got to call Ireland and I's friends at Life Source Water. Here in L.A., we got tired of wondering what was actually in our tap water. We know what was in there. Scumbag stuff. Now, I don't think twice about the water in my house because I got a Life Source water system. Life Source Water, California factory, 800-WATER-99, or visit lifesourcewater.com. That's what you do to avoid being a city water sleazeball.
Schifoso.
Life Source has honestly become an essential home appliance for me. With one salt-free system, I get cleaner, better tasting water from every tap in the house. No more harsh chlorine tastes and none of the slippery salt softened feel. I hate that slippery salt softened feel.
Gross.
You know what I mean?
I do. Been there.
You do. 800-WATER-99. We got to get you a Life Source water system.
I told you I got the mailer, and I'm going to be ordering one.
800-WATER-99, lifesourcewater.com. Get factory direct pricing and free installation for a limited time. Life Source Water. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
Schifoso.
Don't be a city water sleazeball. All right, 7:39.
Let me hear these numbers now. Just set it up for us. Reset it if you don't mind.
So Austin Reaves, let's just say he's struggled against athletic teams, right?
Struggling.
Particularly teams who have good athletes defensively. Austin Reaves this season, 8 games versus Houston, OKC, and San Antonio. Now you'll say, oh, only 8 games. Well, 8 games is 10% of the season, okay? So not that small. 31.8 minutes, so 32 minutes. You ready? 15.3 points per game. 3.8 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 3 turnovers a game. 38% field goal percentage. 23% three-point percentage. Like that's not great, kids. I hate to break it to you.
No, those are interesting numbers. Do it for me one more time. You got 8 games against what you would call the 3 most athletic teams: Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Houston. Give me the points. It was 15.3 points.
15 points a game.
Okay, 15 points a game.
4 boards, 5 assists, 3 turnovers. Okay, which isn't great.
Yeah.
38% from the field, 23 from 3.
Yeah. So if you didn't watch any of those 8 games and you didn't see any of the video of it at all, and you have no idea, you're just looking purely at the numbers, what should your takeaway be from those numbers?
He struggles against length and athleticism.
Yeah. And so, and listen, not only do the offensive numbers support what you're saying, then if you start to watch what's going on, I mean, he just gets thrown around the floor. And I hate to say it like this, but this is how I see it. They don't have any respect for him on the floor. I know that sounds kind of weird to say because he has put up some massive scoring performances. I'm just telling you that the way guys throw bodies into him and throw him around like a rag doll, they intentionally, physically bully him on the floor. And so when we talk about all these offensive numbers, they're not as impressive as his other regular season types of numbers would be against lesser athletic teams. However, from a defensive perspective, and I know that that's a lot of the complaint during the regular season, from a defensive standpoint, my man just gets tossed around out there.
Maybe you should lift some weights like LeBron does.
Well, this is kind of, on a very serious note, I think that when you're off for a month and you have an oblique strain, you know what you're not doing? You're not straining other body parts. You're not squatting. You're not bench pressing. You're not doing, the kinds of exercises that you need to do to keep the weight on. Because during a basketball season, you will automatically lose weight given the amount of running that you're doing.
What was the excuse for him sucking in the playoffs last year?
I don't have a good one for last year.
Maybe he just sucks in the playoffs.
Maybe he does, which is why what
I know
Sedano
you want to keep
suggested,
hope alive, but here's the reality. Maybe he just sucks in the playoffs.
Maybe he should play less.
Well, you need him on the floor. There's who do you want to play instead of Austin Reaves?
Well, roster construction gets back to the original points Sedano made months ago.
Yeah, but the thing
their
is,
offense looked a lot better when he wasn't on the floor. Just saying.
She is right on that one.
Listen, they played in games 1 and 2 against Houston. They played brilliant games. Marcus Smart was amazing. Luke Kenard was terrific. And those guys put up real points. And since Austin Reaves has been back, they just haven't. This was the problem, is that you were like, will he be able to just walk through the door and be as productive as he was? Or have they created a newfound team chemistry that he was not a part of, and he might disrupt, not intentionally, not consciously. It's just that the reinfusion of a player of his offensive caliber and resume might disrupt the flow that happened in at least games 1 and 2 against Houston. Game 3 was kind of a miracle win, so we're going to write that one off. Game 4 against Houston, everybody was wiped out, exhausted, so forget about that one.
But in games 1 and 2, I mean, Luke Kenard was amazing, but he has been completely non-existent since then. I don't know if that's because Austin is on the floor.
Yes.
Or because, I'm not sure, because he plays without Austin on the floor, and he still can't get a shot off. And he had 4 shots last night.
And by the way,
he gets the ball a lot.
I don't think he's not good enough to be. He's not playing well enough to be a star on this team.
You said
So
though.
let me give you a number about his playoff performances. Okay,
this is back to Reaves' playoff performances.
He has played 29 playoff games in his career through yesterday. Okay,
Reaves.
Yes, in 13 of those games, he has shot under 42%.
13 of 29, he shot under 42%.
Yeah. And in some of those, it's like, 35, 28. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I can go through the list. I have them in front of me, but he's had some good games. But I would say, nearly half of them, 40 some odd % of them have been what you would call subpar.
Mm-hmm. And last night, I want to say, by the way, math, not the strong suit. But
And by the way,
16,
I would say
20%.
I would say a third of them, let's call it like 10 or 9 to 10 of those games have been under 40%.
Mm-hmm.
And so a third of those games.
So those games, Sedano, that he actually shot well, did they win those games? Because it looks like, if I'm looking at it, it looks like they lost those games.
Let me look here real quick.
Oh, Bergie bringing in the heat.
Well,
That's why he's the dean of the Greg Bergman School.
I have it up also. It's like he shot, when he shoots, like, so 5 of 12 from three-point range. They lost that game last year against Minnesota. 5-11 for 45% from three-point range. They lost that game to Minnesota last year. It's in those games that he does shoot well. It seems like they're not winning those games. Even if you go back even further, against Denver in the 5-9 lost, 5-9 lost. And this is just the 3-point percentage. I'm not talking about the whole overall. But when he's shooting well,
no, you're looking at overall. You're looking at overall.
Well, if you look at even like last night,
no, I'm not. I'm looking at 3-point percentage.
He was.
No, I'm telling you, I've
No, you're
got
not.
Basketball Reference up.
No,
Those
you're
Minnesota games you're talking about.
Come on.
and those
Cappy
Denver
doesn't even know the
games.
website, basketball reference.
No, but and I also can't see what Bergie's looking
No,
at.
the Minnesota
but I'm with
games,
George.
he
You
never
don't know
shot.
what you're looking at.
He never shot 5 of 9 against Denver. I'm sorry, in that series.
Denver, so in the one in
You're looking at the first Denver
2020
series,
yeah,
not the second one.
the first Denver series, and in last
Yeah,
year,
the second one, because I thought you were going in reverse order.
no, sorry.
On God.
You're just kind of jumping around.
real.
Yeah, a little bit, but so I'm looking at the games that he shot well in from the 3-point range. He was 5 of 11 against in 2025 in Game 3, and he was 5 of 12 from 3-point range in Game 4, and they lost both of those games.
So what you're saying is
Anyway,
doesn't matter
it's
how
very-
well he
it's much
shoots.
simpler to say this. In a third of the playoff games he's played, he shot under 40%, which is not ideal.
And even in games where he shot really well, 45+%,
They haven't
they still
won all
lost.
those games, correct? Yes. Now, some of that's not his fault.
No.
though. You can't put that on him.
No, we're just giving it to him though today. Poor kid can't win with us.
7:47. A windy Wednesday. Windy will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. But first, let's talk about a man who's with us. His spirit is with us every day in studio. The great Jacob Emrani.
Oh, listen, Cappy, listen. If you ride in L.A., you already know, man. Drivers drift. They cut across the lanes. They act like motorcycles came out of nowhere. Maybe you're on the 101. Maybe you're just heading home on the surface streets. And one careless move changes everything fast.
Yeah, and then suddenly, what are you dealing with? Injuries, a damaged bike, an insurance adjuster acting like, hey, man, you're the problem here. So if you've been hurt in a motorcycle accident specifically, let's get you to call Jacob because he'll take care of business for you.
Call them at 800-345-6789. The law offices of Jacob Ronnie can help sort out what happened, protect your claim, and deal with the insurance company while you focus on getting better, Cap.
Yep, it's a free consultation, no obligation case review, and this is the most important part. I want to stress it every single time we say it. No fees unless Jacob wins. Don't stress about money. No fees unless we win for you. So let's get everybody to call, Georgie.
800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Or go to calljacob.com.
Thank you, Sedano. 748 on a windy Wednesday. Well, last night was just a bad night for LA sports. The Dodgers, man, nothing burns more than we're losing to the Astros. The Bergie organ is going to make us feel better. Bergman talks Dodgers in 3 minutes from right now on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Jack.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 11 locations or order online for same-day delivery. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat, wild prices.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
On God. Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com for more information. Mason Sewell will be live from the Pechanga Golf Tournament today at noon. Meanwhile, we'll be back in 60 seconds from right now.
Smalls here. If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds can turn into sinus infections that last weeks, ruining your perfect vacation getaway. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy, it's stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy at home. It includes prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home, or on the road, you have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, and no pharmacy lines. Also, no copays. Match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor. Start meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs a medical emergency kit, so order yours online in minutes. It's shipped right to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
7:52. Remember in the old afternoon show days, this will be our final song. Well, Bob Seger. He turns 81 years old today. Man. God, we love Bob Seger. Oh, I love Bob Seger.
I do, too. Last time I saw him in concert was probably about 10 or 12 years ago, and he sat the whole time.
Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Jack. I still got it.
You did. You got it. And I knew you were worried that I was going to talk right through it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, actually.
I heard it.
Meanwhile, you know what we're doing this week?
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
Celebrate mom the right way with rest, relaxation, and recovery. Listen to us this morning for your chance to win the ultimate reset from Burke Williams, the ultimate Mother's Day spa experience, including that 80-minute facial. 80 minutes, Jack. Tune in today for your chance to win because she deserves more than flowers. She deserves Burke Williams. Now, Sedano, we will do it in the 8 o'clock hour, but do we get feisty today and maybe do it in the YouTube hour with Wendy here, and then Wendy could decide which of the 3 listeners gets to take care of mom?
Sure, whatever you want to do, pal.
All
the thing
right.
is
Be into it, man.
I want to encourage everybody who's going to call today. I want you to give us the sobbiest.
No, we want bad
sappiest-
moms today.
Okay, listen, all I know is this.
I want you to call and say, listen, my mom sucks. Give me the Burke Williams, Jack.
Hey, all I want you to do is this. Make Sedano uncomfortable with having to make the decision. Because yesterday, the first guy that called, Sedano was like, just give it to him. And then the second guy called with a sob story, and the third guy called with a sobbier story. And Sedano's like, what are you guys doing?
Listen,
to me?
we got to be happy. Sedano is in a bathroom right now.
Yeah.
With a towel covering him to get through the show because of the technology he's got to use.
Dedication right there.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Listen, he, like Austin Reaves, dedicated to coming back and making the team the best he can. And even though he's had a bad shooting night and the Lakers lost, still went out there and gave you what he got. And that's what Sedano's doing for us today. He's giving us what he got.
We'll get back to Lakers at the top of the hour, the 8 o'clock hour. But it is that time for Bergie's Oregon. You see the Blue Review each weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. on our YouTube channel with Gregory Arthur Bergman and Marcus Grant. Well, Bergie, what happened last night in Houston? Hello. The Dodgers.
Bergie. You know, we talking yesterday about Ohtani pitching but not hitting, and how much more can he focus on his pitching, and, you know, what does the hitting do to his pitching? And, I mean, I thought he pitched really, really well with 2 mistakes, I suppose you might call it.
Yeah, 2 mistakes. One of them was to Christian Walker. And by the way, Christian Walker is maybe the biggest Dodger killer in the history of the Dodgers. What he does is his numbers are insane against the Dodgers. Just listen just for a second. So Christian Walker against the Dodgers alone in 95 games, he has 30 home runs. He's batting over 300 with home runs against the Dodgers. Not only that, he's hit a home run in 12 of his last 13 games against the Dodgers. And the only time that he didn't hit it was on Monday when they held him scoreless. So for some reason, Christian Walker just absolutely owns this team. And he owned Ohtani last night as well. The shot that he hit to left field was just an absolute blast. But he was good. Otherwise, Ohtani was good. He struck out 8. He went 7 innings. He only gave up 4 hits. He was good. The offense just wasn't there once again.
Do you know that this Christian Walker stat that you're talking about, 30 home runs in his first 95 games against the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Do you know this number? Because I had to look it up. The only other player in Major League history that has more home runs in the same time frame, do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
This is an amazing stat. You ready? George, listen to this. Willie Mays. So think about this now. Christian Walker's hit 30 home runs in his first 90 games against the Dodgers. Only Willie Mays, who hit 36 home runs in the same time frame, has more than Christian Walker. Willie Mays.
Yeah, just ridiculous.
That's the kind of history we're talking about that Christian Walker is making.
We're not saying like Christian Walker is going to be a Hall of Famer, but look at what he does against this team.
Against the Dodgers.
It's just stupid. It's amazing how many times he hits a home run against this team.
And then, by the way, on a first pitch he saw and bombed. You see where that ball landed?
Yeah, it was over the train tracks.
Right. And the exit velo was like 108.
Yeah, and I think it was a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, too.
And that's just it. It's like close your eyes and run into one.
Right. It was, he just destroyed a ball. But we were talking about the offense, and the offense was bad again. It felt, and you saw what they did in the first game where they got 8 runs, and they were putting the ball in play. They were lifting the ball. They weren't hitting the ball into the ground. They were doing the same thing last night. It just wasn't turning into hits. So in this game, they had only 6 strikeouts. They hit 15 times. They hit hard hit balls, and hard hit ball is considered 95 miles per hour hit or harder. And they hit 95. They hit 15 balls that were hard hit, and 9 of them were over 100 miles an hour. So they lost a game that they had 4 walks. They were getting on base. They just couldn't get runs across with runners in scoring position. It was tough.
You know what it is? I think a lot of times when a team feels like their pitcher is awesome and is going to keep the other team down. It's not a conscious thing. It's a subconscious thing. But just look at what the numbers tell you about what Ohtani does and how the offense performs when he pitches. And by the way, he's not in the lineup to hit. It's almost like in your mind, you're like, well, he's going to be so good, and they're going to maybe get a run or two off of him, and we're going to have no problem, overcoming 1 or 2 runs. But they just relax. It's what I said about the Lakers in Game 4. You wanted to put them away, but subconsciously, you've got a 3-0 lead, and you know that you're going home.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with hitters. When you have a great pitcher, a dominant pitcher, for some reason, you just don't support him offensively.
Yeah, to the point that they have 8 runs total in his 6 starts. That's not going to get it done.
8 runs total
in his 6 starts.
I mean, I think that pretty much that tells you that what I'm telling you right now is not just an opinion; it's backed by facts.
It is. It is facts. That usually Yamamoto doesn't get run support. Ohtani's not getting run support. And now today, an 11-10 game, so a really early game for a getaway day. They're going to go to Atlanta next, and Tyler Glasnow is on the mound today against Lance McCullers. Lance McCullers typically over the past has pitched well against the Dodgers, but this year he has an over 6 ERA. The fact is, you can't lose again a 3rd series in a row when you go Yamamoto, Ohtani, Glasnow. You need to win those series, and if they lose today, that'll be the 3rd series in a row of those 3 guys pitching that they lose.
Wow! And by the way, Atlanta. I don't know how much you guys are paying attention to the Braves.
Really good. Best team in baseball.
26-11. First place in the NL East. And they're on fire.
I think Acuna got hurt, but I don't think he's back right now. But he did hurt his hamstring, I believe.
Our old friend Raider Rubin, who's a Braves fan, oddly enough, he must be excited.
Sure is.
I don't know who that is.
So gotta get that win
Raider
today.
Rubin, the little guy.
No.
Yeah.
Got to get that win today because you can't keep losing those series.
Right. Now, as far as getting ready to get out of town and taking off from Houston and heading to Atlanta, we're talking about Austin Reaves coming back from this oblique strain as fast as he could. I remember when Mookie Betts got hurt and everybody's like, it'll be a couple of weeks, no big deal. And he's still not back. And yesterday you were talking about him starting to swing and maybe a rehab assignment. What's the latest on Mookie?
So he is going to start to have live pitching thrown to him, I think, Thursday. So he's going to, and after that, then he can go on a rehab assignment, but they are not set for a rehab assignment for him yet. Kike Hernandez will have a rehab assignment Thursday.
All right, well, I'll tell you right now, a little energy coming from Mookie would be nice.
It would be nice. And then you can get rid of Santiago Espinal, who's not challenging a ball that's above his head in the 9th inning with an out. It's just silly. It's time for him to go.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
8 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles, Good Karma Brands radio station. It is time, as we get ready for more Lakers talk. Why don't you tell us about the people with the hardwood, the morning wood, the crazy Hernandez brothers at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Listen, springtime in SoCal, baby. Sun's out, guns out, and you're still with those same old floors? Come on, man. Make a power move like the Italian stallion did at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where they have millions, I repeat, millions of in-stock options. The hardwood, the laminate, the waterproof vinyl, the carpet, or even the turf like I got outside, okay? All ready to go. No waiting on spring sales, just true wholesale pricing every single damn day. All right, family owned, 3 generations deep, winning on price, selection, and service. Extra savings for first responders, military, and veterans, plus price match. So this spring, upgrade your whole vibe. Hit the showroom right off the 5 freeway next to the Commerce Casino, or check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no spring sale beats wholesale.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:02. We will do more Lakers. We'll reset it. By the way, owner Sam Pines, station owner Sam Pines, just texted me, hey, what time's Wendy going to come in here? Because he's got to come in and go, oh, Wendy.
He's a fan.
Sam Pines, who sabotaged our app for the morning show listeners. How
He
dare
did.
you,
He
Sam
definitely
Pines?
sabotaged our
You are a
app.
sabotager.
A saboteur.
Or
if you will.
saboteur.
A
yeah, yeah.
saboteur, yes, correct.
Oh, sabotager. I like that, too.
No, it sounds very French.
We're back with the Lakers and Lakers Talk on LA's only local sports morning show, the Sedano and Cat Morning Show on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Hey, LA, it's Bethel Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondry Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondry Toyota. Any trade you own outright is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondry's and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 iForce 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed, double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Hey, Ty Pennington here, back teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away another brand new house. Imagine yourself in an amazing, fully furnished, multi-million-dollar home in beautiful Orange County. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. It's that easy. Visit Pechanga every Saturday to activate your entries for a chance to win a lucky key to the May 30th grand finale. I'll see you there.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new chili crisp dumplings, paired with a premium or beverage drink, like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Yeah, we're just a couple of guys messing around. That's what we are.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Happy Mother's Day!
Sedano's gonna take care of your mom for Mother's Day.
Sedano is going to take care of your mom.
What you gonna do on Mother's Day? You gonna celebrate with the mother?
Thanks to Burke Williams.
8:06. Good morning. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Happy on this day in 1978, the soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever started an 18-week run at number 1 on the U.S. album chart. 18 weeks, sucker. Oh, yeah, baby.
Nice. God, I remember my dad having this LP. I put it on the record player, had one of those like old Pioneer record players. You know, big old speakers back in the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Those are the kind of speakers you could put on the ground, hop on top of, and go.
Oh, yeah. Those were very comfortable.
Maybe you get that from Mom.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe Sedano will get that for your mother. Get your mom a new set of speakers.
Listen,
you know,
if Angela could get those speakers, see Sedano on the screen and Trudell on the air with his bass going through those speakers, we got a party, Jack.
It is
Wow.
on for Mother's Day.
Man, I'm going to hell the way I talk about my mother.
You are really.
Well, she's a sexy woman, even at her older age.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you let me say that rather than you say that about your old mom?
Yeah,
It's
shouldn't
okay.
be talking about your mom like
Yeah.
that.
Why?
Like, hey, how about if I say it like this? How about if I
Beautiful
say-
lady's fine.
I say it like
Beautiful
this.
lady's fine.
I go, hey, Chris, your mom, she's still hot. She still got it, Like, let me say that.
Well, why can't I say it?
Because you should look at your mom and go, my mom's a very attractive lady. You should not say my mom's sexy.
Yeah, it's a little Oedipus complex going on right there.
Well, we
But
know
we
I
know
got
that
a
he
mommy
has
thing.
that,
Yeah. I got a mommy thing. We know that.
That's the thing.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 8:08. Wendy will be here. Brian Windhorst from ESPN. He'll be here in the 9 o'clock hour for Windy Wednesday. But the Lakers last night, well, Cappy, you still have hope for some reason.
Yeah, George, I'm not giving up. I mean, listen.
Oh,
Wait a
I'm
second.
not either, Cap.
The corgi.
Wait,
I'm
hold
not
on.
giving up either, Cap. It's
When-
okay.
When I just said I'm not giving up, and you just said, "Oh Jesus," does that mean that you anticipate that based on last night's game, a night where the Lakers had a really rough night shooting, and particularly Austin Reaves, and by the way, Marcus Smart as well,
Yeah.
and really, Oklahoma City, they were not at their best. I will grant you that. They also did not have like some masterful night shooting the basketball.
Correct.
But based on last night, you're telling me that you have no hope, zero hope for the Lakers?
How do I put this nicely?
You can't.
Yeah, I don't have much hope.
See, I have more hope. I feel like, here, JJ had a good point when they asked him about like the shot selection and whatnot, and he made a point as to why they should have won the game. Here's what he said.
JJ, what did you think about kind of the shot quality that you guys were able to generate?
Again, we won expected score, so it was good enough to win.
So if they made more shots, they would have won, right?
Right, but he's not yeah, I get his expected score, right? Like, I get that. But the issue is, how many field goals did they take in the entire game? Hold on, let me double check this real
85.
quick.
The Lakers took 85 shots. in
Okay,
total.
they took 85 shots. 44 of those were contested. On those contested shots, the Lakers shot 11 of 44. Okay? 11 of 44. That's the worst or fewest points on on contested shots, which is 24 points. Okay? In a playoff game since 2013.
Yeah, so a
And
historically
by
bad
the way,
shooting night.
on contested shots, and they contested 44. I don't think the Lakers are going to generate 41 open looks in the next game.
Well, that let's just pause on that for a quick second. That is an important point because here's the thing. JJ was not dissatisfied with the shots that they got because there were open shots. If anything, what he was saying was those are shots you're supposed to knock down. Austin Reaves called many of his misses easy shots that he should have knocked down. Even Luke Kenard, who did not shoot enough, and that's kind of and somebody asked him after the game, JJ, they said, What are you saying to Luke Kenard? He's like, dude, I'm saying the same thing I've been saying to him since the day he got here. Shoot the mother effing basketball because you are a mother effing shooter. And the dude does not shoot the ball.
Keep shooting, I guess.
Just keep shooting, I guess.
I listen, what did I tell you when they got him?
That is his field goal percentage, his 3-point percentage was very high, but his shot totals were very low, and that the numbers were manipulated, if you will, because he's just not taking enough shots, and that's why his percentage is so high. And I buy that.
And I said to you, you're going to be frustrated at the fact that he doesn't take more shots.
And I am.
Which clearly you are.
I am. I think other people, I think JJ is. I would guess that LeBron probably is. It's not just that he's not just forcing shots. It's that Luke Kenard last night, and I grant you he didn't shoot the ball nearly enough, but he had open looks. He had actually good looks last night.
And he's just passing the ball, or is he turning it over? Like, what is the result of these untaken shots?
Well, he's not shooting. I mean, that's the first and foremost part of it. He only shot 4 baskets last night.
Hey, Luke Kenard, shoot the ball more, man.
Dude,
Come on.
Luke Kenard
shoot.
He should have 10 shots a game.
Oh, so here's a great stat, okay, about, remember I told you, what did I tell you about Lu Dort? What did I call him? What did I equate him to?
The torture chamber, you called him.
Right, but what did I equate him to in another sport?
You said that he's a cornerback who cuts off half the field.
Right. You don't throw his way, right?
By the way, my memory today, I got to give myself a little bit of credit. I don't know where it's coming from today. Like usually,
Did you have a stinger this morning?
I don't know. Usually, you're like, "Hey, what did I say about this guy?" And I'm like, "I
You're
don't know."
riding high on the stinger?
I'm like, I forget because once the show's over, everything just goes into the trash can.
Did you have a whip?
No, I did have a whip yesterday afternoon as a bot.
Or a nene?
Yeah, no.
Me
just a
nene.
whip, just a whip.
Now watch me whip.
I whip, but no, no. I whip it, whip. Yeah, but no, nene, no. Keep going. You were saying, George?
So, right. He's like a cover corner who you just don't throw the ball towards him, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Lu Dort was the final defender on LeBron James, okay, how many shots do you think LeBron took in those scenarios?
Where Dort is on him?
Correct.
2.
5. I'll say 8.
Lindsay's right. 2.
Only 2. Hey, Linz, way to go.
Thank
Way to
you.
go,
Good job
Linz.
for me.
Nice job.
And he was 12 of 17, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he made the right play, which is to pass out. Except here's the problem. The Lakers only managed on 31 field goal attempts when Lu Dort was on LeBron to score 24 points. 9 of 31 from the field.
Back that up one more time. Just back it up one more time for the numbers so we can hear it a second time, please.
Right. So when Lu Dort was the final defender on LeBron, okay, he only took 2 shots. Okay, 2 attempts. And he had a turnover. When he made the right play, which was to pass out of the Lu Dort coverage as the final defender, the Lakers shot 9 of 31, 29% for only 24 points, and had 5 turnovers on those possessions.
Okay. All right.
What I'm telling you is, even though they got a B- effort, Lu Dort is one of these guys who just he's the entire, like he's the straw that stirs the drink. Okay. He's the entire reason they're able to do what they do defensively. And now you got Chet Holmgren with his pterodactyl arms out there swatting things. And, the Lakers were only 1 of 9 against him, when he was the final defender. So their defense is too overwhelming. And they didn't even do what they do best yesterday in what I believe to be large margins, which is turn you over and speed you up and get just easy buckets on the other end. Because during the season, they averaged 22 points, okay, off of turnovers, which led the NBA. So they didn't even do a great job of that yesterday.
No.
Because LeBron did the right thing in holding the ball and when he did have the ball.
Yeah.
And trying to get guys passing out of it to get guys the best looks they could. So, yeah, when JJ says, to go back to his sound of we want expected shooting, sure. But your guys are seeing ghosts out there because they know that they can close the gaps very quickly.
By the way, the numbers on the turnovers, this is a big part of what we talked about yesterday, how turnovers and how the Lakers need to try and limit the turnovers. The Lakers yesterday had 18 turnovers, and Oklahoma City scored 20 points off turnovers. So it wasn't as if the turnovers were like leading to 40 points. And by the way, Oklahoma City had 16 total turnovers, and the Lakers scored 16 points off those turnovers. So the turnover battle, at least if you're trying to do the numbers, it really wasn't the key indicator as to why Oklahoma City ran away with this game late.
A 60-second palate cleanse, because all that information Sedano gave, Cappy's worn out. So give him a minute to regroup while you tell us about Books.
Well, look, just before I do that, just to wrap it up, when Lu Dort covers LeBron, which is what I thought was going to happen at times, he's just eliminating LeBron from being the offensive player he's capable of being, because that's what he does to everybody. Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, whoever he's guarding, he eliminates them from the equation. And that means he's forcing other guys to take shots. And that's what you want. You want the other guys taking shots.
Yeah, and if you're Oklahoma City, you know who you really want taking shots?
Austin Reaves.
Right.
Yeah. Right now, at least.
Yeah.
All right, listen, Mother's Day's coming up. You got to be thinking about Mom right now, man. Listen, you got to realize how much Mom did for you. It's very simple. She literally did everything. I mean, she birthed you, for God's sake, okay? All right? And then she got you to school.
She birthed you?
Yeah, she birthed you, okay?
Hey, thanks, Mom. Thanks for birthing me.
Yeah, she got you here, okay? You're here because of her, okay? So it's very simple. Mother's Day matters, and you got to do it right, okay? Easiest way is Bouquets, which is short for bouquets. Go to Bouquets.com. That's Bouqs.com. Use the promo code ESPN, and we're going to hook you up with 25% off. Yeah, that's the easiest way, man, all right? Send mom flowers from the Bouquets company, okay? Bouquets just aren't any flowers. They're cut fresh from the best farms, so they're bigger, brighter, and last way longer, okay? Here's the deal. You could also send a vibrant bouquet. Or how about you do this? How about you step it up, man? It's mom we're talking about here. Do the monthly subscription, bro. When she smiles, you know you got it right. They got over 55,000 five-star reviews. Bouquets is the way to go, and it's easy. Go to Bouquets.com. It took me 2 minutes. I picked the bouquet, set the delivery date, used the promo code ESPN, and I was done. And with that 25% off, you can grab some for your wife, your aunt, your grandma, too. Mother's Day's right around the corner, guys. May 10th is literally just a few days away. Go to Bouquets.com, use the promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code ESPN, Bouquets.com, promo code ESPN.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:19. The 8 o'clock hour here on ESPN LA. Made possible by Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and Angelica's Insurance has got you covered from auto and home to business and life. They build a plan just for you. Even DUI and SR22 coverage to get you back on the road fast. Visit angelicas-ins.com for a free quote today, Cappy.
Okay. Listen, big shout out to Angelica and her whole team, by the way. Had lunch with those guys about 2 weeks ago, hung out with them in the ESPN LA suite. They're amazing. And by the way, real quick note, sometimes people do stupid things. They make mistakes. Doesn't make you a criminal for the rest of your life. It just means you made a mistake, and they can help you, especially when it comes to DUI. So, George, let's go back now. This Austin Reaves thing is what people are going to talk about today. I read,
he was terrible.
Right.
And he had the worst shooting game. Okay. Let's put this into the proper context. Austin Reaves yesterday, 3 of 16, 19% field goal percentage.
Mm-hmm.
The worst by any Laker in a playoff game in the last 35 postseasons. You have to go back to Sam Perkins, who went 1 of 15 in Game 4 of the 1991 NBA Finals versus the Bulls.
Yeah, my memory bank just doesn't even go back that far. I mean, that is just a historically bad night shooting. And look, immediately, what's the number one thing people see? They go, okay, the Lakers can't even keep up with Oklahoma City. Most people probably expected that going in. I heard James Worthy last night in the Spectrum postgame show say, and I think I'm pretty close to quoting, they're just too good. I mean, think about that. He wasn't giving up. He wasn't saying it's over. He wasn't saying break out the brooms. The Lakers are about to get swept. He just had a phrase which was, they're just too good. So what people are going to look at today is they're going to say, well, LeBron played well, and LeBron scored a bunch of points last night, and LeBron is the heart of this team, and LeBron knows how to win a championship, so follow him. But Austin Reaves has historically struggled in the postseason, and you're asking a kid, you're not giving him credit for fighting his way back in 4 weeks to help his teammates, to be an additional body that this team needs. What you're doing is you're saying, this guy has proven year in and year out that he cannot perform on the big stage. And to go 3 for 16 from the field last night, including 0 for 5 from three-point range, that doesn't even tell you the story, George, of how unfortunately bad he was last night, because in particular, there's 2 alley-oop lobs that he throws that were horrific passes. Jackson Hayes had no chance to put those balls down. And not only did he not shoot well, not only were there some really terrible passes, my man is getting thrown around the floor. You remember the play when Marcus Smart had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander literally by the jersey, throws him right into Austin Reaves, and I thought Austin Reaves broke his sternum in the moment. Then, later in the game, he knocked knees with one of the Oklahoma City defenders. He was down on the ground for that. It's unfortunate because you're looking at a guy who may be healthy enough to put on the uniform, but he's not who he was in the month of March when the Lakers went on their run. He's not that guy. It's unrealistic to think that he could be that guy. But yet, here we are the day after. And what's the headline in the LA Times? Show Austin Reaves the money? Lakers might have second thoughts after Game 1 meltdown. Should we just be judging Austin Reaves on last night? Are we judging Austin Reaves on his postseason performances? Are we thinking about Austin Reaves and the money that he might be eligible to earn, $241 million? This is the problem today, is that we're focusing on one guy. And honestly, as much as I appreciate him hustling back, it may have been a bad business decision.
It might have been, yeah. I mean, and we'll, it may end up being that's the case. But look, they got to focus on trying to figure out how to keep this game close. And they did that, to your point, for about 2.5 quarters yesterday.
And every time they weathered it.
They did. And then the avalanche happened.
Right. That's right.
I mean, the fourth quarter started and it was 15 points quick. And then all of a sudden it was past 20. And then you kind of knew at that point it was over.
Yep.
I mean, that game early in the fourth quarter, I felt like it was pretty much over. Was that a fair assessment?
Oh, 100%. Listen, the game ended for me in the third quarter when the score was 69-65, because in the first quarter, the Lakers got out to a nice start, but then ultimately Oklahoma City came back. Oklahoma City had a 5-point lead at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, they're kind of going back and forth. They're trading punches. It looked like Oklahoma City was going to pull away. Lakers kept, coming back. Marcus Smart hit a couple of big shots. They kept themselves in the game. It was a 3-point quarter, but it was an 8-point half. So in the first quarter, Oklahoma City outscored the Lakers by 5. In the second quarter, they outscored them by 3. It was an 8-point lead at halftime. Okay, fine. Now you get to the third quarter, and it just keeps looking like Oklahoma City is going to pull away. The score was 69-60, a 9-point lead. And then in a matter of plays, it became 69-65. Rui hit a big 3, brought it to within 4. You're thinking, okay, they're weathering the storm again. Here they come. And George, before you knew it, it went to 71-65. It went to 74-65. It went to 76-60. It was an 11-point lead, and there was nothing that the Lakers could do.
And it happened in like 30 seconds.
Right. And listen, if you had any chance at all, you had to have Austin Reaves knock down some shots, because that's why he came back. He's a scorer. And he was, unfortunately for the Lakers, he was at his absolute worst. And a historically bad shooting performance, as you're pointing out. That's who he was last night. You can't win when your second best offensive player, given the way they are right now with no Luka, you can't win when your second best offensive player plays like that.
So I'm gonna do something that's gonna get Chris all excited. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
This is like in Rocky 4.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Give it to me.
Okay. When Adrian tells Rocky when he's going to go to Russia to train against to try to fight Drago. Yeah.
Rocky, you can't win, Rocky. That's what you're saying?
It just feels like the OKC Thunder are Drago right now. But in this movie, I think Drago wins.
Oh, Drago's going to beat Rocky dies in this movie.
Wait.
Just like Apollo Creed, it is a final for Rocky.
Wait. You guys don't think that at the end of this series, LeBron is going to be standing there in front of all those Oklahoma City fans as they win Game 7, and LeBron says, if I can change, which he has, then you can change?
Guess what? In this version of Rocky
we
4,
all can change.
Russia wins in this version of Rocky 4.
This is Rocky 4.5.
Right? Is there going to be like an old Gorbachev character with the pink birthmark on the side of his forehead?
When I was a kid, I always thought he had like a Russia birthmark.
Yeah, right.
Like I always thought it was like the logo on his head.
Yeah. So in this version of Rocky 4, the bad guy wins, and he wins convincingly, and poor Rock dies.
Right, Rock is sitting there next to Apollo.
Yeah, they bury him together.
I'm coming to join you, Apollo. I'm coming, brother. Oh my
man.
God. What a disaster.
This is not, it's just not good. It's not good. It's just a terrible matchup, man.
George,
it just is.
Is there anything they can
go ahead,
do?
Lindsay, sorry.
I was just saying, is there anything they can do instead of us just saying, like, hey, it's over, they're going to get swept? Can JJ do anything to, like, counter this?
And that's a great question. And Cappy asked me that question yesterday, okay? And I said they would need to play perfect basketball, and they would need some good fortune in their regards of they would need injury luck to bounce their way. Like, whereas OKC loses somebody else.
Yeah, you need Shea to get hurt. That's kind of
well, wait, what about like Austin Reaves? He's not shooting well. Do you consider like maybe like giving him less minutes and maybe trying to go back to what worked earlier in the Houston series?
I don't think you can do that.
Okay.
I think you have to keep relying on Austin Reaves and believing in Austin Reaves and think to yourself, what's the likelihood that he's going to come out in another game, tomorrow night's game, and he's going to go 3 for 16 again from the field. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think he deserves it.
Yeah.
No, I agree with Cap. I think you have to give him the benefit of the doubt because you're going to pay him. Now, hopefully for their sake, and not for Austin's, unfortunately for Austin, I don't think they need to pay him the max. I don't think they're in a position where they have to, negotiate against themselves here. But you're going to have him on the roster next year, okay? It seems pretty obvious to me. So because of that, you can't completely alienate the guy. Like, he's not Jackson Hayes. You know what I mean? Like, this is a key cog in what you're expecting to be a championship roster at some point.
But in the future, it would be better if Luka was your number 1 and Austin Reaves was like your number 3.
And LeBron's your number 2.
Yeah, but again, we're back to the beginning.
But you're not
going
to be able to count on him forever is the point.
Yeah, but LeBron, he's not going anywhere next year.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, that's a great question, actually, and I'd love to talk to Wendy about that because I saw Stephen A. asked him that question, and I couldn't. I don't have the audio up or the volume up, so I don't know what their answer was.
We will do that at 9:00 when Wendy is in studio during our YouTube hour. I have embraced Captain Condiment, but I think I want to be Captain Cog too.
Captain
Cog, like the cog in the wheel.
Not the cost of goods.
Oh my gosh!
God,
what?
I hate you.
Why? That's what COG stands for.
Here's what I want. I want Sedano to tickle Captain Condiment right now with a great tease that we'll do in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, tickle him.
All right, coming up next, Lindsay asked the question, what can JJ do differently? I'll tell you 1 or 2 things that I do believe could make an impact and could help them potentially get game 2 or at least get a game in this series and make it competitive.
Thank you, Sedano. That's in 2.5 minutes from right now on LA's only local sports morning show. Let me tell you about my friends at Providence. So you know I'm talking about how they save my life constantly. DeMarco Farr yesterday said, hey, it's 3:20 in the afternoon. We've been doing this show in the afternoon for 20 minutes. You haven't mentioned Providence yet, and then you almost died. That's right, because your health is the real MVP. Providence reminds you to stay in the game by prioritizing cancer screenings. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Early this morning, I was breaking down my latest labs. Now, obviously, I had heart issues, but I still got to pay attention to my labs, just like you do. Many cancers develop quietly, without noticeable symptoms, but when found early, treatment options are more effective than ever. That's why routine screenings, knowing your family history, and talking to your doctor are so important. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with life-saving innovation and compassionate support right here in Southern California. Protect your health and get back to the moments that matter most. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. That's providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Look, Mother's Day's coming up, and trust me, don't wait until the last minute on this one. Just recently, I took my wife to Burke Williams Day Spa, and honestly, it was exactly what we needed. She loved it. I loved it. It was one of those, why don't we do this more often moments? And right now, Burke Williams has special offers on Mother's Day spa packages across their 9 Southern California locations. Massages, facials, full-on spa days. Visit BurkeWilliams.com and take care of Mom. Burke Williams, ESPN LA's official recovery partner.
For Mother's Day, I'm taking Mom to brunch at Morongo. I'm letting her pick up the tab. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Treat mom like a queen at our sparkling wine brunch in the ballroom. Mother's Day, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Number 2.
Melt mom's stress away with the spa day at Sage Spa.
And the number 1 reason.
Show mom a special weekend with the casita because mom deserves her own private plunge pool. Book before we sell out.
Morongo, good times.
Esquivoso. Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Chris Canty here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that your fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Sedano's gonna take care of your mom for Mother's Day.
Sedano is going to take care of your mom.
What you gonna do on Mother's Day? You gonna celebrate with the mother?
Thanks to Burke Williams.
Continue the Rocky IV theme, baby. 8:34. One of the greatest Rocky movie made ever, and maybe the greatest movie soundtrack ever made. It's all montages. Like, if you were to do a recap of the morning show, it should, like, when we do the Mandy's in December, the Merry Mandy's, it should just be Rocky IV montages of the morning show. Just us doing wacky stuff. Actually, we don't even come to the Mandy's. The morning show, it's just going to be montages. Let everybody else come.
Why don't we call it the Morning Mandy's?
Well, that was the original idea for the Mandy's way back when in the Keyshawn days. And then they were like, well, what about Mason and Ireland? They're going to be jelly.
They're going to be jelly, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, Mason just copies everything we do.
You know that yesterday, George, we were throwing out ideas of movies. Like what the Lakers should do on the flight to Oklahoma City is watch movies about, you know, underdogs coming up with big victories, right? And we mentioned like Gladiator, 300, I think was one of the movies. Anyway, we mentioned all these movies of like, here's the underdog and here's the army that they're up against. And that's what happened last night, right? I mean, LeBron is one man. And unfortunately for LeBron, he is sort of on his own. Small contributions from DeAndre Ayton, especially early. A couple of baskets, a block shot. Rui Hachimura on the box score, 18 points. But otherwise, you know, from a scoring perspective, it's LeBron standing there with a sword, George. And there is an army of like 300 dudes coming at him on horses. They're well armed. They're well trained. They're well rested. They're well fed. And they are coming. And LeBron is standing there essentially by himself. So maybe they should be watching Rocky.
Or maybe what they need to do is this. Like, they need to understand, like, Austin Reaves changes a lot of things, okay? If he just plays an average game, you're at least in the game, okay? He was 0 of 10 when contested by a Thunder defender in game 1, okay? We haven't seen someone do that. I mean, Draymond Green did that in 2023. That's the last time we saw that. Here's the difference, though. Austin Reaves is a tough shot maker. Like, part of his allure is that he doesn't just make the open ones, he makes the tough ones. He needs to get back to some semblance of that for them to have any chance to do that. Now, in a perfect world, you get Doncic back. I know Ric Flair's calling him out, saying that he needs to come back and take a shot.
It's
I
quite
saw
funny,
that on
actually.
Can we read Ric Flair's tweet, though, just for anybody who's not seen it yet? Linz, you want to read it for us?
Yeah, hang on one second.
All right, because it is very funny that Ric Flair is calling out Luka. I'm a little surprised that he's not adding in Jared Vanderbilt like this. Woo! Hey, Jared Vanderbilt. Woo! I can't believe that you had to leave the game with a dislocated finger. Woo! Pop that thing back in and get back in that game. Woo!
You should read it then, Cappy.
Oh.
You're much better than me at the Ric Flair.
Well, I just throw in a lot of woos.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, here's what Ric Flair has to say to Luka.
And he tagged him in it, too.
Right. Hey, Luka. Woo! Please get in the game. Woo! Take a shot of cortisone and deal with the pain. They're paying you $50 million a year, brother. Those are a lot of alligator boots you can buy. And you're not there. WTF. Hope Jeannie Buss trades you next year. Nobody wants a lame duck on their team. And then, of course, woo! And then, Ric Flair's getting annihilated on Twitter because people are like, you realize that this is not like some scripted, oiled down, get in there and do a dance together, which, of course, offends me. But look, Ric Flair's way off base here on this one, but man, would it be nice.
Well, wait.
Do you notice that every first letter is capitalized?
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't that weird? Like, how do you even do that?
I think that's a setting on your phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
capitalize every first letter?
I would never know how to do that.
I think it is.
No clue how to
That's
do it
for
either,
sure.
Cappy. Don't
But
worry.
by the
That
way,
is for
he
sure.
did follow up that tweet once he started getting killed
Mhm.
with some math, and he said, do the math. He averages 33 points a game. If he has 20, LeBron has 27, and the rest of the team, they win. I would have said the same thing about Jason Tatum on the Celtics. So, there.
Well, listen, it's hard to do the math without Luka. If LeBron scored 27 last night, and if Austin Reaves would have scored 18 last night, the Lakers still would have lost 108 to 100.
Cleanse the palate time. Spend 30 to 40 seconds, Cappy, telling us about our downtown L.A. home away from home, East Central.
Yeah, the East Central Hotel is right across the street from LA Live. That's where we're broadcasting from this morning. It's our home base. It's the ESPN headquarters. This is why the East Central is such a great location, because you're right across the street from any game that you might go to, any concert you might want to see, any award show that's in town, museum, Grammy Museum across the street, restaurants everywhere. You're in the heart of downtown LA when you are at the East Central Hotel. So listen, if you're coming down for a night out, you never want to drink and drive. Okay, stay at the East Central Hotel. If you're coming in for a convention or you got people coming in for a convention, the biggest hotel rooms in all of downtown LA, the most wonderful staff that makes you feel like you're at home, the Nixo Lounge to get a cocktail or a good breakfast, that brand new gym, it's all waiting for you at the East Central Hotel in downtown LA, Entertainment's official address.
Thank you very much, Cappy. 8:40 in the morning on a windy Wednesday. Wendy will be in here in the 9 o'clock hour. Sedano, let's pay off that tease, baby.
I started doing it already. I started telling you what we were doing, which was that Austin Reaves needs to be at least someone who can be average out there. And look, LeBron said it best, right? Like that he, it's tough for him. They're trying to fast track him. I thought what LeBron said about playing against the number one defense in the league made a ton of sense, because it also plays into what we just discussed with Luka. Go ahead, play the sound, please.
Where do you think the offensive issues are coming from right now? Obviously, that's a great defense.
Issues coming from?
Yeah.
We have a guy that averaged 37 a game. What do you average, 35 this year? 33 and a half?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you asking?
Okay, well, I'm asking, you guys...
There's the issues right there. We're playing against the number one team in the NBA, as far as the ratings and everything. And when you play against great defenses, you have to have guys that can attract multiple defenders on the floor at all time. Even I felt like we had great shots. We got some great shots tonight. We missed them. But when you play against the world champions, having a guy that averages 34, 6 and 8 and 8 and 9, whatever the hell that's special. So we have to be better at finding ways to get to the blender, finding ways to get to the paint. We know they're a paint swarming team, so we have to be better with, getting to the paint, not turn the ball over, and then shooting with confidence. But I feel like we got some really good looks. But shit.
George, when he said that line about shooting with confidence, it made me think to myself that what he thinks is that his teammates were not shooting with confidence, because that's what we have to do. We have to shoot with confidence. So you think that your guys were not shooting with confidence. And if anybody would have followed up, because I watched the whole post-game, conversation with him, had anybody followed up and said, well, LeBron, do you feel like these guys were not shooting with confidence? If he were being honest, I think he would be like, yeah, I didn't see the confidence. Now, the offensive issues that he laughed at, he nailed it, right? You're talking about without your top scorer, you're asking us to go out and play against a historically great defensive team who is the defending champion, who has what is most likely going to be the 2-time back-to-back MVP. Do you not see how outmanned we are? And that was an easy answer, I thought.
Mm-hmm. He's right. Without Luka, it's just going to be hard. Like, unless Ric Flair motivates Luka to come back on the floor, and Luka's hammy heels, they've got very little margin for error, to his point. They have to, when he talks about putting them in the blender, right? Like their defense was very static. And what I mean by that is they knew exactly where they needed to be. The Lakers, in small spurts, made them scramble, but not enough. And, you need to have more paint touches, which means, and that clearly LeBron's going to touch the paint more times than not. But that means Austin and whoever else drives the basketball is going to have to do that to make the defense collapse. And if the defense, because they do protect the paint, LeBron's right. They sometimes overprotect. Now, the one thing they have in their favor is youth and athleticism and length, which means generally, even if they do collapse, they're great at getting back and rotating. That's what makes them the number one defense. But the only way you can try to chip away at them is by continually doing the thing that they're good at. It's like what we talked about yesterday when I said Minnesota win at San Antonio's strength, which is kept attacking Wemby. Yeah, he's going to block a bunch of them, but at some point he can't block them all. And at some point, if you keep attacking the paint, if you're the Lakers, they're going to have breakdowns. It's just natural. They're human beings. They're not robots.
I would like to also hear LeBron's commentary, and I'm sure everybody else, if you hadn't heard it, would be interested in hearing this as well. LeBron's take on Austin Reaves, his performance / what realistic expectations might be. Linz, can you play last night? This is LeBron. He's sitting in his locker after the game, and they're kind of grilling him about a bunch of stuff. Here's what he had to say about Austin.
Well, he was out a month. So, we hoping, and we know he's going to make shots and make plays, but that's tough. You're out a month towards the end of the season, so obviously, we were trying to fast track, him getting back on the floor and doing the things that he was doing before the injury, whatever the case may be, but he's out a month. So rightfully so if he has some games where he's missing shots or whatever the case may be, but his presence alone helps us no matter what.
See, this is why I know, again, everybody's going to attack Austin Reaves today, and I know exactly why everybody will. I get it. You're 3 for 16 from the field. You're 0 for 5 from three-point range. You're getting tossed around the court like a little rag doll. And some of your passes were pathetic. I understand all of that. But at least LeBron is level-headed enough to say to everybody, but how could we possibly expect him to be who he was in March when he missed all of April? It doesn't work like that. Just to your point about not being robots and being human beings, he ain't a robot. They didn't just grease up his hips and go, get back out there, kid. This is a real person. And he is not the player he was 35 or 40 days ago. Can't be. Who can be?
Man, you're an Austin Reaves apologist.
I am, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
No, he's not an apologist. He's stating facts. However, to Austin's point in his post-game press conference, nobody cares about that. He's got to go out there and perform.
That's right. No one cares.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was LeBron who had the bad game and not Austin Reaves. People would be losing their minds.
Or how about if LeBron were out for a month and LeBron put up the kind of performance that Austin Reaves did yesterday, people would be saying the same thing. But it would be unrealistic to think, although I think LeBron is superhuman, it would be unrealistic to think that he could come back after a month out
Well, you would probably blame it on chemistry or something.
Well, no, I would just blame it on him being selfish, like he had to rush back. You know what I mean? Because he's got stats to acquire, and things like that. Right.
I'm glad you're self-aware.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. But it's just unrealistic.
847. Let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks.
Ooh.
Yeah, listen, Prize Picks.
Yeah.
If you want sports action in the state of California, Cappy, you said, ooh, I'm guessing it didn't go well for you yesterday.
No, and I
Prize
knew.
Picks is the place to be. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets your $50 lineup bonus. It's simple to play Prize Picks. It's more, it's less. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable, Cappy. You can bundle a couple together. You can win cold, hard cash.
Chris, you can let the Italian stallion know that I am just absolutely ice cold on Prize Picks.
Well, you and Austin Reaves suck.
I got on a heat. Yeah, I was 3 for 16 last night on Prize Picks. I mean, that's essentially what I was. LeBron was easy. LeBron yesterday, there was a Taco Tuesday discount, and you could get LeBron to score more than 14.5 points. He almost did that in the first half. He had 12 in the first half. For Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this is the one where I knew I really screwed up. I played a demon play for more than 7.5 assists. My assumption was that the Lakers would do everything they could defensively to shut him down offensively. By the way, he only scored 18 points, but he did not have the 7.5 assists, so I took the L last night. But I want to just say one thing to everybody who's going to download the Prize Picks app, use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, get $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. Here's the one thing that's super important. Right now, it's the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes. You pick live squares during the NBA playoffs, and you can win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. And all you have to do is just pick one live NBA player during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs, and you're eligible to win. So, guys, download the Prize Picks app, use the code Cappy, get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks, a proud partner and a preferred partner of the NBA.
Thank you, Sedano. Top athletes, big moments, one night. The OC Sports Awards, hosted by Travis Rogers, June 18th at Angel Stadium. Celebrate greatness and be part of one of Orange County's premier sports nights. Get your tickets now at the OCSportsAwards.org. We are back in 3 minutes from right now on LA's only local sports morning show, the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Think premium meat has to come with a premium price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get Brazilian beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions for just $9.98 a pound. That's steakhouse and seafood house quality at home. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 11 locations or order online for same-day delivery. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat, wild prices.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Rich Eisen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Now.
One of the greatest Yacht Rock songs of all time. One-hit wonder, Jay Ferguson, Thunder Island, Captain.
Good song. Really good song.
I'm embracing the Captain Condiment thing.
Yeah, I like it. When you asked Sedano earlier to give Captain Condiment a good tease, I was thinking he was going to go, coming up next, ketchup or mustard. We'll figure it out. It was a condiment sort of a thing,
Coming up at 9 o'clock, Wendy is just wrapping up First Take on ESPN.
Yeah.
He'll be walking over from the TV building. He'll join us in the YouTube hour. The Rich Eisen Show begins terrestrially on 710 a.m. and on the app. And we're on the app, too. You just got to click the Sedano and Cap tile because station owner Sam Pines sabotaged this show, man. He's trying to get Cappy to quit. He's a schivoso.
He's trying to get me to quit?
Maybe.
It's schivoso. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you can fire me, but I ain't quitting. No chance, man. That's not my
You want a payout. You want that payout.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not very big with what's left.
Yeah, I know. Schivoso.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, George, we'll pull into this 9 o'clock hour with Wendy. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about all this. Because I didn't get the sense, tell me if you guys did, I didn't get the sense in the postgame like the Lakers were defeated as in like, well, we're screwed. We'll just get through these next 3 games or just wave the white flag. I mean, I sensed like, hey, guys, we could have actually won this game. Like, I'm not saying they should have won it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they were in this game. They weathered many storms. They got it to within 4, and then it all just unraveled and fell apart. But if you can shoot the ball and limit your turnovers, and I know those are hard things to do, you could have been even more in this game. You could have been more competitive down the stretch. But Austin Reaves was just so ice cold. I hate to blame the whole thing on the kid, but it's a big part of it, for sure. But I didn't get a defeatist attitude in the postgame.
Of course not. It's just one game. They understand that. But it's just it's going to be a steep climb because, again, I will state this again like we did to start the game, or start the show. I felt like the Thunder played their B- game.
That's the problem.
That is the problem, Jack. We'll do it more with Wendy in the 9 o'clock hour on YouTube. Let me tell you about my friends, Bellflower's Party Pal, the one and only George Chevrolet. John Good, that's Bellflower's Party Pal. He runs George Chevrolet, 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit, 7-time Dealer of the Year, Cappy. Bam, 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 bam. That's 7.
7 of them.
You need a Silverado, you need a Tahoe, you need a Traverse, you need an EV, or you're like Cappy in that midlife crisis. You want a Corvette?
Yes, I
Go
do.
see John Good, Kevin Rivas at George Chevrolet, 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in the city of Bellflower. Proud partner of ESPN LA for decades, and we love them. GeorgeChevy.com. Go see John Good and say, bam, bam! I need a Chevrolet, sucker. Wendy's next.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, There's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep the Pizza Hut coming with the $11.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Michelle Smallman here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates. Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Oh, it's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Here is DeAndre Ayton, and the Thunder steal that. Caruso beats everybody down the floor and dunks it. Timeout, Lakers. And now they're in real trouble. Thunder 88, Lakers 73.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
108 to 90. And shot clock's off, so they're just going to dribble it out, and the Lakers will lose game 1 by 18. Chet Holmgren, 24 points, 12 rebounds. SGA, 18 points, snapping his 20-point streak. But maybe, Michael, they'll separate him and he'll still have it for the regular season.
Yeah, he will for the regular season, yes.
Final score. Thunder 108, Lakers 90.
A little sabor? Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the Love Boat, or do you want me to do the Love Boat?
The Art, I don't even know what you're talking
about. No, here it is. Ready? Watch this. Watch this.
It's Windy Wednesdays.
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that.
We did it, Dad. We did it. You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
It's Windy Wednesdays on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Oh, just one more thing.
Here we go. 9:02. Good morning. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday. On this 6th of May, 2026. Go ahead, Cappy. Windy's favorite part. The way an amazing human being, an angelic man like Brian Whitehorse smiles when Cappy does the bullhorn is amazing. Good morning, Wendy.
I literally ran away from Stephen A. Not like digitally. He's here across the street.
Oh, he is?
And Stephen A. invited me to breakfast.
Oh.
I said, no. Got to go see Cappy and Morales. George, are you wearing a suit?
I'm not wearing a suit, but I want to tell the audience what a great teammate you are yesterday, because you and I have a very similar colored jacket, and we were doing NBA Today together yesterday, and you texted me that you were going to wear said jacket, and I was able to then wear a different color.
Were you thinking was it up in the rotation? I only wear that maybe.
It was not. It was not in the rotation because I wore it recently to a game. Okay. But I appreciate the heads up anyway.
Is this the like pinkish, cranberry-ish kind of schmuck you had on?
Like, I wear it like maybe 4 times a season, but like George and I have like missed each other by a day on it like during the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a purplish, kind of bluish, kind of hue to it. Yeah.
I will just say this, Wendy. It is the playoff edition of Windy Wednesday, and I am in a jacket with a tie.
Are very impressive.
Thank you. I will say, though, and I was telling Bergie and Chris before you came in, I had to go deep into my closet to find like a white button-down shirt. It was in plastic from a dry cleaner from probably 2 or 3 years ago. I had to pull the little yellow tag off the button.
He looks good, doesn't he?
But here's the thing. His outfit is as though he had to put on a suit at a golf course after a round.
Yeah.
He's got golf pants on and Skechers.
Right. Yeah.
I'm wearing Ons. Have you ever played at a golf course where they require jacket and tie to come in the clubhouse?
No. Ooh, no. Not my deal.
I did it in Scotland, and we were the ugly Americans. We started making faux pas immediately to the point where there was a gentleman who was a member at this particular club, very, very, very stuffy club in Scotland. You know, he was eating his haddock and he had his fork turned upside down like the British dude. He's being very kind, and I'm sitting there at lunch, and I said to him, I go, oh, well, how did you become a member? And he recoiled. His whole body came back.
How dare you?
And he was just like, this is not an appropriate question. And I was like, wow. All right, we'll see ya. Literally, this is what happened. Then I'll go to the Lakers. At one point, when you sit down at this place, there's like 8 silverware things. And there was a flat knife, and they brought around bread. And I picked up the flat knife, and I got butter. And the server said to me, sir, that's the fish knife.
Oh.
She basically slapped my hand.
Oh.
You know, she didn't actually, but she basically slapped my hand. Reprimanded by the waitress that I was using the fish knife as the butter knife.
Come on, you should know better.
Was the fish good? I mean, if you have a fish knife, it must be good
eat the fish. No,
that's why you're
really?
not a fish guy.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
He's not a fish guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
What'd they bring in place of fish?
I don't remember. I just know that the gentleman who was with me, another American, asked for a old-fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't say anything, but they sent the bar manager over. And he said, sir, we do not mix whiskey at this club.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's a major.
Not a good hang.
Yeah.
Not a good hang. I won't say the name of it. It is very famous. It's hosted British Opens. If I ever play there again, I'll skip the lunch.
Okay.
The great Brian Whitehorse is with us, 9:06. We've got Wendy here, and we're going to unleash Wendy and Sedano on the Lakers and the disaster last night. But first, let me tease ahead. We'll have the Lindsay segment, and later this hour, guess what?
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
We're going to do the Burke Williams giveaway in the YouTube hour, so stay tuned for the cue to call, and then we'll take the first 3 callers. You'll have your reason on why you should give away the ultimate Mother's Day reset to the mother in your life. But go ahead, Sedano.
All right, Brian, I'm going to ask you this. Let's just start with the very basic question of what did you make of the result of yesterday's game with the Lakers and Thunder?
I thought LeBron played excellent. I thought they had a good game plan for him. He got switched on to the smaller defenders. I mean, every defender is pretty much a smaller defender to him. He took him down in the post. He, 12 of 17, great efficiency against that defense. I don't think he can do much more. I mean, maybe when he was a few years younger, he might have been able to put up 40. Excellent performance by him. Good game plan by JJ. You just can't survive a game like that. And by the way, the Lakers could have won that game.
Thought so.
Because the Thunder didn't play their best.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm not handing this to the Thunder. In the NBA, I don't care if you hit a ground ball to Ozzie Smith. Who's a great shortstop? Who's a great defensive shortstop today?
Mm-hmm.
You hit a ground ball to Omar Vizquel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just not leave the batter's box? No, you run it out because probably they're making the play. You run it out.
Unless you're Manny Machado, by the way.
I don't know that reference, but I'm sure it's a great one.
Okay, well, it works. It worked last night.
Okay. Shea doesn't have a good game.
Mm-hmm.
They did a nice job with him, forced turnovers, but Reaves, Kenard, and Marcus Smart are 8 of 35 with 8 turnovers. I mean, you just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're going to pull off a win, I mean, really your goal there is to split. That was an opportunity to split, even though they lost by 20 or whatever it was, 18.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, they covered
16
16-point spread, and they covered.
Right. Oklahoma City covered.
Right. Be that as it may, it was an opportunity. And I'm not even really ripping Marcus Smart and Luke Kenard. But if you're going to pull that off, that's what happened in the Houston series. Those guys delivered. They didn't deliver in this one. C'est la vie.
Okay, but wait a second. It's true. Marcus Smart did not have a good shooting night, but then again, should the Lakers be depending on that? But you got spoiled in round one.
Fair.
Luke Kenard also in round one gave you game 1 and game 2 where he was spectacular. And all of a sudden now we're depending on Luke Kenard.
Yeah.
However, when you get an Austin Reaves back, and I acknowledge that it's only 3 games back and it's a month off and it's asking a lot for a guy to go back to who he was in the month of March. But the performance last night by Austin Reaves was a historically poor shooting performance. And it just occurs to me, tell me what you think, you can't win against those guys when your second best offensive player is that bad.
Just to put it into proper context, the worst shooting performance for a Laker in a postseason game since Game 4 of the 1991 Finals. Sam Perkins win 1 of 15.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I was thinking, what I'm about to say is unfair to Austin. I'm going to acknowledge that right off the gate. But one of the things I'm thinking about last night is, next year the Lakers are probably going to be paying Austin more than LeBron.
Okay, this is a whole different discussion, but they should not do that.
I don't see how they're going to avoid that.
Okay, I understand, because he's a part of the long-term future.
That's right.
But
as I said, it's unfair.
Yeah.
I'm not judging him on one game.
Yeah.
However, he has not played well against the Thunder all year. He's got more games here. Turn it around, but he's, you're going to invest in a guy you need to play well against the Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not happening.
But
a lot of people don't.
But
to be fair.
But can I just say it's not just,
real quick, Cappy.
Yeah.
Can I give Brian the numbers I gave you
Yes.
guys earlier?
This is
today?
important. You'll enjoy this, Brian. Go ahead.
So, Brian, Reaves has played 8 games this season against Houston, OKC, and San Antonio. Would we agree that those are some of the most athletic teams in the Western Conference?
Well, they're some of the best.
Right. That too, right? Minnesota would be in that category, but just for those 3 teams at the moment, okay? He has averaged 32 minutes a game, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers on 38% shooting and 23% from 3. Yeah.
So against
he's had a lot of great games too.
He has, but I think George's point is, and the numbers support that against San Antonio, against Oklahoma City, and against Houston, 3 good athletic teams, not that Houston's great, that he doesn't perform in those kinds of games. It is unfair. Listen, I thought LeBron defended him after the game.
Is it unfair? If I were the Lakers, who am I bidding against with him?
No,
I would not give him the max.
There'll be offers. I don't know about the max. There's a lot of guys out there who are in this particular round Like, for example, Jalen Duren. Duren is going to want a huge contract from the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure there's going to be a ton of other bidders. Like he's going to a certain extent, he's going to be sort of bidding against themselves. He had a very average first round. Yesterday he was having a very average game. And I know that the Laker fans didn't see this because the games were on concurrently, which is a whole nother topic. 5 minutes left in the game, tie game. Duren was a killer down the stretch. 3 straight dunks, big time block at the other end, rebounds. Jalen Duren was screaming, I'm going to win you a big playoff game. Pay me my money. He's not only getting paid based on that game, but like this is what you're remembering. And this is the case every year across the league. And there's some guys who this is their last case where pay me the money. And Austin's one of them.
Yeah.
And it's not over. I mean, he's got more games and he's not 100%, but like, I'm just telling you what I'm thinking as I'm watching.
Yeah. I mean, how could you expect a guy to be off for 30 some odd days?
I agree.
And come back not with 5 regular season games. Remember, Marcus Smart came back and played at the end of the regular season. Anthony Edwards tried to come back and play at the end of the regular season because you wanted to try and get a couple of runs in before the playoffs start. You're asking Austin Reaves to come back in game 5 of the first round,
right.
game 6,
You're
and
right.
then game 1, you're asking him to play against the best defensive team, one of the best historic defensive teams of all time, and you're saying to him, you got to help carry us. And it's
right.
a lot to ask of a human being. If it were LeBron and he were in the same spot, it would be a lot to ask of him. But
he's going to ask the Lakers for a lot.
Austin Reaves.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read the LA Times this morning, but the very first article is, wait a second, he wants all this money, and this is who he is in the postseason. We're judging him way too soon in this series.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But the numbers last night.
I'm just saying, I'm watching, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But I was saying to George earlier, though, Brian, that we can all look at the stat line, and we can all see that he had a really bad shooting night last night. The 2 other things that bothered me about Austin Reaves' performance, because I want to see the kid succeed. 1, he gets thrown around like a rag doll. When Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was thrown by Marcus Smart into Austin Reaves' chest, I thought he broke his sternum in the moment.
It was a hellacious blow.
It really was.
Yeah.
He also knocked knees with somebody later in the game. He was down for that. He's getting thrown around, number 1. And number 2, he had a couple of passes that were attempted lobs to Jackson Hayes that I promise you Wemby could not have put these passes down. They were really poor passes. So as much as I'm rooting for Austin Reaves to succeed, I know the Lakers.
That's a rhythm thing. He's out of rhythm.
I think so.
Yeah.
And that's why it's unfair to have an expectation.
I agree.
But you're putting on the uniform, kids, so get out there in game 2 and have a better shooting performance.
Correct. That's the bottom line, was when you get down to it, the bottom line. The thing is that like if you're like this situation, George, reminds me of LeBron in 2018 against the Warriors. Going into that series, the Cavs made that finals with a wing and a prayer and smoke and mirrors. They won 2 7-game series. This was after Kyrie got traded. The Durant led. This is the full power Warriors. It was a sweep. They swept them. And in game 1, LeBron has one of the great games of his career, and it's famous because the game J.R. Smith forgets to score.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron gets so angry, he comes in, punches the blackboard, breaks his hand, whatever. LeBron entered that series with a full belief that he could pull off the miracle, regardless of what we all knew. And he's been swept 3 times in his career. There was the series against Denver a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron came in saying, I'm going to do everything I possibly can. And that's all you can really ask of the Lakers here, is just do everything you possibly can. And I sit here 8 years on and can say that was one of the great games of his career, that game 1 that they lost. And all you're asking out of Austin and out of Marcus and Ayton, who had a really good first half, you're asking to do everything they possibly can. That's the standard if you're a Laker fan, your Laker organization that you're wanting to ask. And that's the standard that's the standard that LeBron held himself to last night. So that's where we're at, I think, in this series.
What do you think about, here we are in round 2, but if you go back to round 1, yes, Marcus Smart and Luke Kenard both had big offensive performances in the first 2 games. And to Marcus Smart's credit, he also played really well offensively in the overtime period in game 3.
Been great.
He has been terrific. If you're relying on him as a scorer, therein lies an issue.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
And so when we look at his line last night, 4 for 15 from the field, we say, okay, but we don't expect really much offense. He's a defensive player. He's a guy who creates steals, turnovers, just hounds an offensive player on the other side. But a guy like Luke Kenard, he was brought here to be a shooter, and the dude doesn't shoot. So when they asked JJ after the game, what do you say to him? JJ said, the same thing I've been saying to him since the day he got here. Shoot the freaking ball. What is your thought on why Luke Kenard doesn't take more shots?
This is like the Lakers signing DeAndre Ayton and then the fans getting frustrated that he's not consistent with his focus and his effort and his mental edge and whatnot. When you see another organization multiple times move on from a player, like why has Luke Kenard been a journeyman for 9 years? I mean, like he's still in the league. He's going to probably have multiple bidders to sign him this summer. He's having a career, but he's a mid-level-ish player, slightly below mid-level-ish player who's bounced around for a reason, for that exact reason. You know, it's interesting if you think about yesterday. Both the Thunder and the Lakers made deadline acquisitions. The Thunder paid a little bit higher price for Jared McCain.
By the way, it was worth everything based on his performance last night.
But those were players who were acquired at the deadline by contenders.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and by the way, McCain has had playoff games where he's been nailed to the bench. Like, he's not done that every game. But, you know, like, McCain knew the assignment last night. They were down Jalen Williams, and A.J. Mitchell, who had a good overall game, wasn't shooting the ball well. Isaiah Joe, their other sharpshooter, wasn't shooting. They weren't really having a super-duper shooting game. And he comes in and delivers. Like, that's the difference between a championship team and a team. The question that I really wonder about is, let's say Luka was healthy. Let's say Luka was the Luka that we saw in March, okay? What would the spread of last night's game have been?
Probably like...
It would have been like Thunder, probably like -6 or something.
So they
would
have been a healthy favorite still. So, I mean, that's the standard that you're looking at. You know, you got to keep that in mind.
Speaking of Luka for one quick second, I have no expectation that he'll come back, and here's why. Because let's just say all of a sudden he shows up today and he goes, my hamstring feels perfect. And they go, okay, run up and down the floor a little bit. Let's take a look at you. And he runs, and they go, you know what? He looks good. The likelihood of him being out for 35 or 40 days, whatever it is, to come in and not be rusty, he might still have his feel in his shot. Maybe he does. The cardiovascular part of it, he probably has not done anything for a month.
Guys, they knew this was a bad injury.
Yeah.
They let him go to Europe.
You brought this up yesterday on TV, and I'm so glad you did because nobody's really said it. But the fact of the matter is, he got hurt, and they said, you can go home to Spain for a little bit.
They were like, listen, the only thing that you can do is rest this for a while. You haven't seen your newborn. I can't remember if it's a son or daughter. I apologize.
I think it might have been a girl.
But he's got 2 kids he hasn't seen all season.
Right.
Like, I actually respect the Lakers organization for doing it. Like, I think it was a great move by Jeannie and Mark Walter and Rob to say, go do that. But when they did that, I know they said he was going to get treatment.
Yeah.
They were just covering for him. They knew, when they saw the MRI, they knew it was rock. And the reason I'm saying that is because I just want it to be understood that this is not Luka, sloughing off. Luka has played through many injuries in his career. It's just a really bad injury. And, one of the reasons that Dallas traded him is because they were worried about his health. They were worried about giving a guy with that history that kind of investment. And it's obviously blown up in their face, and it will continue to blow up in their face. But they knew him, and this is a risk that happens with him. A risk that happens with him. He's got a history of soft tissue injuries. And they got the MRI, and they were like, this is tough. And so I don't think this is not a comment on Luka. It's a comment on what a hamstring injury is.
Yeah, he's not coming back to save them.
Right.
Even if he came back in game 5 and it were 3-1, he can't
In all honesty, if it's 3-1, I would say go ahead and go back over there. Just go ahead. Go see your kids.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
You're not right. You're not winning this thing. But I will say, George, listen, me and George have been talking this morning, and I don't want to give up. I didn't feel like LeBron in the postgame was like, we got no chance.
No, and I wouldn't expect him to.
No. But you hear George, right? Like George is giggling, and earlier when I brought this up, he's like, Jesus. I mean, there's no belief,
Well, George, what grade would you assign the Thunder? You've been to a bunch of Thunder games this year. Give the Thunder
that was a B- game yesterday.
I think you're being kind. I think it's C+. But okay, let's say B-. They won by 18.
Yeah.
What was the Lakers' grade?
I would say the Lakers last night, I'd give them a C-.
Okay. If the Lakers had played an A game, they might have a shot. either way, right? Would you agree with me, George?
Sure. If they played a perfect game, they have a shot. Sure.
So that's what LeBron's basically saying. I'm striving for the A, striving for greatness, as we said for decades.
Mm-hmm.
That's the standard LeBron's holding his team at, and
Right.
that's how he played the game, and that's what you want from your leader. And JJ too. You think JJ yielded 1 millimeter? No, he put in a game plan and everything like that. But the reality is the reality. And even if they had Luka at full power, they'd still be underdog.
Yeah.
Now I would love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's heavyweight. I think that's 6 or 7.
6-7.
But that's just the reality of it. And it's also reality going forward that for the Lakers to get where they want to get, they've got to climb the mountain of this team and San Antonio, which is something to think about as you put this team together again for next year.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what do you make of that series? I know we touched upon it yesterday on TV, but I'd love to get more of your thoughts because obviously on TV the thoughts are more brief. But San Antonio, I love that Minnesota went at their strength, right? Like we talked about this briefly on TV. The TJ Shannon quote of he can't block them all, right? Like they're just going to keep putting pressure on the paint. And LeBron kind of touched on that briefly yesterday as well. Like we got to touch the paint more, and because OKC, yes, they're great at protecting the paint and then scrambling out, but they're human. They're going to make mistakes eventually. But the same thing with San Antonio, and San Antonio doesn't even have the experience on their side like OKC does. So where do you see San Antonio right now?
I was so impressed I said this yesterday on NBA Today, with Minnesota's mental toughness to not be affected by getting their shot blocked over and over and over. And I was watching them run through their offense. And really, I think this is going to be a mental challenge to not get fatigued at everything you have to do to get a good shot. I thought they did a great job. I question whether they can do that for a long series because I just think that it's going to be so mentally taxing to not let down, to keep going back, to keep climbing the hill. You get pushed down like your big brother, push down. They did a great job of doing it. And they had a game plan. One of the things that they did was you've heard of a ball screen where you set a screen with a guy with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They were setting a basket screen. They were having Julius Randle push Wembanyama out of the way of the basket. They were setting a screen for the basket. So now Wembanyama's seen that, and he'll be ready for it tonight. So they had a really good plan. So I'm so impressed with them. I just don't know if they can. And also, Wembanyama has not had one of the things, Wembanyama tends to bounce back after losses this year. He was always really good. They didn't have losing streaks. I think this is his first ever loss he's dealt with in a playoff game. The last time they lost, he had gotten hurt. He didn't play the next game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated to watch how he comes off a bad performance. Because, I know he had 12 blocks, was amazing, but he had a bad offensive performance. Right. I immensely respect Minnesota. I question whether they're not going to be able to do it 3 more times.
You talk about the mental side of it, though, for Minnesota. Those guys come in with a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And they come in feeling like, we just put down Denver, took care of our business. We're not afraid of these guys. Bring it home to the Lakers now. LeBron said something after the game about we got to shoot with confidence. And nobody followed up with him to say, well, did you think that you guys were shooting with a lack of confidence? But I'll ask you, what did you think? And it kind of looked like Austin was just throwing up bombs from way beyond Steph Curry range. It just didn't make any sense. Were they playing last night with a lack of confidence, or were they playing with fear, do you think?
His sense is as good as anybody's ever played the game, so I respect what he said. I didn't feel that, but he said it for a reason, he said it for a reason. So I do think that's to be taken, maybe he's talking about Kenard there a little bit. I don't know what he was talking about, but it's a thing, you guys have been around, when you lose a playoff game, everything feels off. And then when you win a playoff game, everything feels great. And it's the nature of it's what I love about the NBA. My favorite thing about the NBA is the push and pull of being embedded in a playoff series. And George and I have had the opportunity to cover dozens of them where we're actually there and experience the locker rooms and experience the practices and all these things. And, after a loss, there's certain, you just like, oh, we just got to do this, we got to do that. When sometimes you're not that far away. we're talking. We've been praising the Wolves, for example, for 2 days and properly. If Julian Champagny hits the three, the Spurs are up 1-0. And Chris Finch complaining about the goaltends comes off as sour grapes. That's the nature of an NBA. So LeBron, is an interesting comment. If Austin Reaves goes 6 of 12 in the next game, then all of a sudden, he was shooting with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't.
Luke Kenard got to shoot the ball though, man. He had open looks and didn't. And I just
that shot that when they had made that comeback against the Rockets in Game 3,
mm-hmm.
and LeBron hit that shot, Kenard had the ball in that possession.
Oh right,
and he hot
mm-hmm.
potatoed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane to think that LeBron was a better choice to shoot that. Kennard's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. LeBron shot a 3-pointer over a double team. LeBron wasn't afraid to take it. Kennard passed it in that spot. So
that's his history.
That's what he's done his whole career.
Yeah. Well, I picked the Lakers in 7. It was a homer pick. I will acknowledge it.
Yeah.
George laughs at me.
Yeah, I mean nobody's taking you serious.
I know, but I'm getting. You know what? And listen, I have this philosophy of always pick the underdog in championship caliber situations, because if the underdog wins, I look smart, and if the underdog loses, nobody cares.
Correct.
But I just hate to give up hope at this stage of the game.
Well, what LeBron's basically saying is don't give up hope. JJ's saying it with his game plan. They're saying don't give up hope. But, the Lakers have had many, many teams over the decades where this has been the other team, how the hell are we going to stop Kobe and Shaq? Look at how great LeBron and AD were. Like Kobe and Gasol, Lamar Odom. When LeBron was a kid in Cleveland, the Cleveland Cavs had some good teams, and they could not climb Michael Jordan. There's a whole generation of Bulls fans who couldn't climb LeBron James. I was talking to Joe Kim Noah. He came on my podcast a month or so ago, and he was talking about how close and wonderfully they have this great experience. Him and Derrick Rose and Luol Deng and Taj Gibson and all those guys, and they're all so close. He says, I think we're closer than the Bulls teams that actually won the championship. We all still like each other, but they couldn't get over the hump because they ran into LeBron. Well, when LeBron was a kid, he was a fan of Jordan because his hometown team couldn't get over him. That's the nature of the NBA. They couldn't get past Worthy, Magic, and Kareem in the 80s. I mean, this is you either got it or you don't. And that's what the Lakers' challenge is. Build a team that the other teams can't climb.
It's all we got, George. It's Wendy got to go to some kind of a production meeting or something. What do you got going on?
Yeah, of course. He's got TV to do, this guy.
NBA today.
Yeah.
All right, Wendy. A windy Wednesday. You're always the best.
I wish
Thank you, Brian.
I wish I could stay longer. I will just say, when we talk next Wednesday with the Lakers, I think the goal should be that the Lakers are still playing.
Or still playing, because Game 4 would be Monday.
So that's where we want to get. That's a realistic goal.
Yeah.
Selfishly, for someone who has Game 3, it'd be nice if the series were in the balance by the time we get there to LA on Saturday.
You know that little dog that does his predictions? He had Oklahoma City winning the first 2.
Yeah, the Corgi picked the Lakers in 7.
Right,
yeah.
First 2 to the Thunder, second 2 to the Lakers, then Oklahoma City, LA, Oklahoma City, LA. So they've got the dog has the Lakers winning in Game 7.
And you are in the same boat as the dog.
Me and the dog.
I just
right. Me and the dog
I'm
are
with you,
making the
Cappy.
prediction. Me, the dog, Lindsay,
I'm with you.
Bergie. We're all
Lakers in
with this
7.
dog. We like dogs.
They've got the Corgi, we've got the Bergie.
Well, I'll say one thing. In this series, the Lakers are the dog.
Thank you, Wendy. Have a great day. Good luck at the meeting.
See you, Brian.
All right, here's what we're going to do on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, the YouTube hour. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, but first, you know what time it is.
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
You want to win for the mother in your life? That Burke Williams gift from Mom, the ultimate reset, the ultimate Mother's Day spa experience, an 80-minute Burke Williams facial, plus an enhancement of your choice and access to the spa amenities. Callers 1, 2, and 3 right now at 877-710-ESPN. Callers number 1, 2, and 3. You're going to tell Bergie and Lindsay why the mother in your life, 30 seconds, you're going to come on the air with us. You're going to tell us why the mother in your life should win, just like we did yesterday. Now, yesterday it was a lot of nice stuff, and Sedano didn't know who to pick. So then we picked. We voted. I believe Chad and Torrance won. I think that was what we ended up doing. So let's do it now. 877-710-ESPN. First 3 callers, 30 seconds. You'll come on the air with us and tell us why the mother in your life should win. We'll do that in 2 minutes. And then the Lindsay segment. Haven't had a Lindsay segment in a few days. All next on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
So, you know, this is the perfect golf weather that you want.
Oh, yeah.
Warm without being hot.
Yeah.
Cool without being breezy.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Like this is...
Well, we're in the shade, though.
Yeah.
When you're out there walking around, it's not bad. Yeah, part of this is hydration, right? You got to... Attrition is a big part of golf.
It is.
Yeah.
I like to hydrate with Coors Lights. I feel I feel that is a very effective.
What you do is your choice. Yeah.
Well, it is a good hydration.
Yeah.
Drago Cascana's tequila. There you go.
There you go.
See, tequila water. That's my jam right
water. There you go. There's hydration in there.
If you come through the halfway house, maybe there's a double transfusion.
Okay, there you go.
Double transfusion or a glizzy. You know, you got to get that.
Oh, always a good choice.
Oh,
I turned DeMarco on to transfusion.
Oh, you got that?
Loved it.
Oh, it's a game changer, right?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
Game 1 belonged to the Thunder.
And the Lakers will lose Game 1 by 18.
OKC defends home court, and the Lakers take the early blow. Can the Lakers answer back and still win an OKC? Game 2, same floor, same teams, and a chance to respond. Coverage begins Thursday at 5 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA sports talk.
If this were to go down, it would be the biggest NBA playoff upset in history. This OKC team is one of the great teams we've seen recently, defending champions. It would be just stunning to see the Lakers win this, and it would be the greatest upset in NBA playoff history, and I don't think that's hyperbole.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube.
Sedano's gonna take care of your mom for Mother's Day.
Sedano is going to take care of your mom.
What you gonna do on Mother's Day? I'm gonna celebrate with the mother?
Thanks to Burke Williams.
Yes, indeed, 9:33 on a windy Wednesday. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Okay, we did it yesterday. Time to do it again today. 3 callers. Lines 1, 2, and 3. We're going to figure out who's going to win this for their mother in your life. And we know Sedano's going to want us to vote on it because he's like, hey, man, don't put me in this position, Jack.
I'll take that position, no problem.
We start
I'm glad to adjudicate.
with Haru in South Pasadena. Good morning, Haru.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. 30 seconds, Haru,
Come on
why the mother in your life should win.
Well, like I was telling Lindsay, my mother passed away like about 8 years ago. This for my mother-in-law. She works like a hostage almost every day of the week, and I was letting her know it might be even a struggle to get her to get out of work and to go enjoy this massage that she needs and deserves.
Okay, what's your mother-in-law's name?
Her name is Maria Guadalupe.
Okay, beautiful.
You already know what she is.
Okay. All right, Harus, hold on. Now line number 2.
Working hard.
Arturo in L.A. Arturo.
Come on,
30
Arturo.
seconds on why the mother in your life should win.
Come on, man.
All right. Let me just start off by saying I love my mom dearly, and I put her through a lot of stuff. I recently majorly disappointed her, and this massage, I'm not able to get her a lot of things, that are nice. So this massage would be, or facial massage would be great to kind of wet the whistle to get in there and come back and just say sorry and apologize to her. And what a great gift it would be for her mother.
You're not calling from jail, are you, Arturo?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Because there was a part there where you were giggling that I thought maybe the answer was yes. The one thing that Arturo I think could have really done well here is he said, I really let my mom down. I disappointed my mom. It'd be interesting to know what he did because that would really enhance the story.
Arturo, you want to tell us or
that's
no?
on you, Arturo.
Oh my Lord. Okay. It's kind of personal, but it was a relapse. So.
Okay, well I understand that. I get that, bro.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on, Arturo.
All right.
Jacob in Anaheim. Jacob, are you in West Anaheim or East Anaheim?
Come on, Jacob.
I'm in West Anaheim.
Beautiful, man. All right, 30 seconds. Tell us why Jacob should win this for the mother in his life.
Yeah, so it's going out to my wife. I work restaurants, so the last 12 years I work every Mother's Day. It's so busy. We talk about our wives taking a back seat. You know, she's a stay-at-home mom, 3 boys. I just want to do something special for her, you know, because she has not been put on a pedestal because of my job. But I really just want to give her that opportunity to really show and show her that we appreciate her and we love her.
All right, Jacob, hold on.
All right, all 3 guys are lovely.
So I wanted 3 bad moms to make this easy, but it was all 3 beautiful stories.
Yes, great story.
So today I feel a little tough because this is 3 tough ones.
Well, these are hard, but somebody's got to win.
Yesterday we had Chad and Torrance that played to the imaging.
Yeah.
He played to the bit.
Sedano's going to take care of your mom.
Today, I don't know. So we'll start with Sedano. Do you want any part of this or you want to stay out?
So I don't know. I feel like guy number 2.
Arturo in L.A.
Let his mom down. Yeah.
All right, Cappy, your vote?
I'm going to go with Haru.
Okay.
And the reason I liked Haru is because he was actually doing it for his mother-in-law. Like, I would never do this for my mother-in-law, ever.
Well, she hates you.
Well, and I hate her.
Yes.
And so the thing is that Haru was like really heartfelt. Mother-in-law works like a monster. She just never has time. She's working so hard, she may not even have time to go to Burke. But I liked Haru's story.
Okay. Bergie.
See, it's going to be one for everybody. I'm going with Jacob. The fact that his wife is a stay-at-home mom with 3 boys. 3 boys is not easy. Like, especially young boys. Young
And he
boys
works
are
in the
tough.
restaurant biz. He's
And
never around for Mother's
never
Day.
around to help her, so she deserves it. I'm going with Jacob and Anna.
We have a vote for all 3 so far. Lindsay, your thoughts?
I'm going to go with number 3.
Okay.
Jacob and Anna.
Yes.
Yes, Jacob and Anna.
Jacob, because as somebody who used to work in the restaurant industry, I know how crazy that can be. And you get crazy hours. There's just a lot going on. And then for her to like stay back at home with the kids, like that obviously is a full-time job in itself. So I feel like, yeah, we'll go with him because I feel for him. I feel for her.
Oh, man, this is rough because Haru has the mother-in-law who works so hard. And Arturo let his mom down, and he really wanted to do something special for her. And yet, in 5 votes, it feels like
they're all very deserving.
Yes,
They're all deserving.
And I realize now that the math is a little off.
Well, if you make a tie, then we can put it to the kids in the back.
Okay.
So what do we have? We have 2 for Jacob.
2 for Jacob.
1 for Haru and
Or
1
how
for
about we
Arturo.
put it on the Minions in the YouTube chat? Just put up a poll.
Oh, wow. Now it's taking it away from us, and we don't have to have any part of
And
this
I think
anymore.
we'll commit a contest violation by doing that.
Oh, no. Can't do that.
Then let's not do that.
Can't do that.
So here's what we're going to do. Arturo in L.A., I understand the relapse stuff, brother. And I'm always here to talk. You can DM me, and I wish we could do it. But I'm going to give it to Jacob in Anaheim as well. So Jacob in Anaheim, line number 3, congratulations. You win it for the mother in your life. The ultimate Mother's Day reset. Thanks to our friends at Burke Williams. An 80-minute Burke Williams experience, an 80-minute facial, plus an enhancement of your choice and access to the spa amenities. Jacob, congratulations.
Thank you guys so much. Now I don't have to do any last-minute shopping on the Books.com, so I appreciate that.
Well, no, still go to
You should still do
Books.com,
that.
Jack.
Yeah, you should do that. But
Jacob,
that's great.
Congratulations, bro. Stay on hold. Lindsay will get the information so we can take care of you. Arturo and Haru, we appreciate it, but only one person can win.
Sorry, Hey,
But we
happy
appreciate
Mother's
the
Day.
support. Happy Mother's Day. Keep
Yeah.
listening.
Right.
All right.
Haru, you're a sweetheart, by the way. And Arturo, let's work on this thing. As Chris said, he's available should you need to talk to him. And Jacob, you're a lucky guy. So
We got to tell Jacob, now that you have extra money, then you spend it on Books. Get a bigger and more beautiful bouquet from Books.
Good call. Very good
Correct.
call.
Yes.
Solid. And the code on Books, George, is just ESPN for 25% off. Is that right?
That is correct.
The reason I ask, of course, is because I'm down to the last minute. And I couldn't come up with anything even more creative, so I'm back to Books.
I'm just getting Mom a
I
picture
sent
of
some
Sedano.
yesterday, by the way. Yesterday I sent some, and they will arrive tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Because I picked tomorrow, Thursday. That way, it gets there before Mother's Day. I thought it was important.
No, that's nice. Very lovely. I'm doing mine today. And I know 25% off with that ESPN code. Felt like such a schmuck last time I called George. I go, hey, I need to use Books. What's the code? He's like, ESPN, you moron. I'm like, I forgot.
Well, you're a schmuck on wheels, as somebody once said.
Who said that?
It's in Goodfellas, isn't it? Schmuck on Wheels, or is that Casino?
I don't know.
It's in one of those.
All right.
Time for the Lindsay segment. We do it usually at 9:30. She's back. We like to play a TV theme. On this day in 2004, The TV sitcom Friends aired the show's season. I believe that's the final series episode. 2004, man. Was that the one where they got married? Did Rachel and the other guy finally get married?
Rachel and Ross?
Did they finally get married?
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember that. But we know you love Jennifer Aniston, so there you go. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor of the Lindsay segment, the great Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where they got the hardwood, the morning wood. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624 or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, pretty Wendy.
Thanks, Christopher. A quick side note about Friends. When I was flying home the other day from Cleveland, I watched this documentary about the Counting Crows on HBO. And
Mr. Jones and Me.
Yes, Adam Duritz, the lead singer from Counting Crows, actually at like the height of his fame,
he dated Jennifer
Aniston. Dated both Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox.
You mean like together at the same time?
No. So like
that would be a dream come true.
You're a skivoso, man.
What a great time
Esquivoso.
Right.
But he said that Courtney Cox was like his longest relationship until the woman that he is currently with, which I was like, dang, how did that guy get both of them? Like, he must have been very charming.
Well, he wasn't like the hottest dude in the world.
Right.
You know?
No, he's a big guy.
He was big. He had that kind of crazy hair that he had going on. That'd be very rock starry.
Vibe. Yeah. But
Listen.
What?
We love the big guys, too. We make them feel safe.
Yeah? Oh, really? Is that the
deal?
deal?
Yeah.
A big bear, man. You're like a big bear.
I am a big
She's
bear.
She's like a little bunny. You're like a big bear, man, with claws, you know?
Anyway.
And that's from Swingers.
Okay. Anyway. So Blue Dot Fever is taking down some of the music's biggest tours because, you know what Blue Dot Fever is? Have you heard of it, Cappy?
Don't know what that means.
So what the term refers to the blue dots on Ticketmaster seating maps that indicate unsold tickets. And right now, those maps are looking very blue for like a lot of these big name artists. So Post Malone and Jelly Roll, they had a tour. Zayn Malik, Demi Lovato, Meghan Trainor, and the Pussycat Dolls have all recently canceled or scaled back their upcoming tours. The artists all have like different public explanations as to why they're doing this, but the industry insiders all say that the real reason is the same. Concert tickets have gotten so expensive, fans just they can't afford them right now. So when's the last time that you paid for concert tickets? We're not talking about your free Beach Life tickets, Cappy. And
Nothing's free, by the way. Just
no,
remember that.
Let me tell you, it wasn't free.
Nothing is free.
I did 400 reads.
Yeah, nothing is free. By the way, and there's other things, you know, nothing is free.
Okay, my bad then. When is the last time you actually paid cash money for concert tickets, and did the price make you think twice?
I would say the last time I paid for concert tickets probably was, what's her name? Titanic. What's her name?
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion?
Celine Dion.
When was that?
In Vegas.
With his ex-wife.
Well, I was still
Wait
married.
a minute. That's the last time you've paid?
That's
the last thing that comes to mind.
Wow, you're a bad guy.
It's just the last thing that comes to mind.
I just paid for Springsteen, man.
Yeah.
How much were those?
I paid for the Sphere a couple times.
Were they super expensive?
The Sphere?
Yeah.
Yes.
And did it make you be like, maybe it's too much? Or were you just like, nope, I want to see him.
We had a great time.
Okay.
How about the Backstreet Boys? Like, and was that a concert that you saw at the Sphere?
Yeah, I saw Backstreet Boys. I've seen U2 there. Yeah.
I saw U2 there, but I'm going to admit I didn't pay for them.
You got free ones, yes. I know.
You know,
we only had to have, we only had to talk about the Sphere for like 4 weeks in a row.
No, you know who left them for me? What's the guitar player's name from U2?
The Edge.
The Edge.
Yeah.
He left them for us, you know, which was very sweet of him.
All right, how about us more common folk here, like Berg? Berg, when's the last time you paid
So
for
last one I spent money on was Teddy Swims at the Greek.
Ooh.
That was really, really good, and I was not disappointed. I was very happy with that concert.
But when you bought the tickets, were you like, ooh, that's kind of pricey, maybe not?
No, because I really wanted to see him. So it was, yeah.
How much were those Springsteen tickets? Tell us the truth.
I'm not going to, actually.
Were they more or less than the Beach Boys at the Hollywood Bowl?
Less.
Okay. Less, really?
But that was 4 tickets at the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
Was that with or without John Stamos?
With John Stamos.
Okay.
I met John Stamos the other day.
Oh,
on Sunday.
Can you get him to come on the show?
I met John. Yeah, I met him at Beach Life.
Is that how we're going to interview him, and that'll get you the Beach Life tickets for next year?
Well, I went backstage. I went backstage to meet Joan Jett. I was somebody said to me, "Hey, would you like
Cappy,
to meet?"
you dropped something.
What I dropped?
Someone's name.
Oh no, Joan Jett's not a name that you're dropping. I went backstage to meet Joan Jett. Somebody's like, "Hey, you want to meet Joan Jett before she goes on stage?" I'm like, "I guess, sure, why not?" So I went backstage, took a picture with Joan Jett, said hello, whatever, told her I was a big fan. And then here comes John Stamos walking up, and I'm like, yo, bro, what's going on, man? Hugged it out a little bit, you know? And it was kind of fun. John Stamos, good-looking dude in person,
Oh,
too.
my God.
Like, in person, really good-looking.
He really is.
When
He's
we
a
were
good
at the
guy.
bowl, we were only 4 rows from the stage or something like that, and you could see it. I was excited. I think even the Stallion was excited.
You know who I really love is Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. And I'm going back and forth with him right now on Instagram DMs because.
Wait a minute.
You haven't progressed to phone numbers yet?
No, we haven't exchanged phone
Not yet.
numbers.
You got to get Mark McGrath on the show,
I wanna
too.
Get him on. I do. I said to him, I go, dude, we got to get you on the ESPN show. We definitely got to get you on. And I love Mark McGrath. He's so funny and self-deprecating and great on stage. Guy's awesome. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so Chris, with those Springsteen tickets, were you like, maybe, or were you just like, nope, I'm doing it?
Was never a doubt.
And was it worth every penny?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. One more here for the Lindsay segment. Starting May 19th, we've got big news here in the airline industry, especially for you, George. Well, actually, I don't think it applies to you with your Sedano clause.
I think I've heard about this, though.
Starting May 19th, Delta passengers on short flights won't be getting so much as a cup of water because they're eliminating all of their complimentary snacks and beverages on flights that are less than 350 miles.
What?
And so that's like 500 daily flights, right?
Right.
So this change is only for the main cabin and Comfort Plus passengers, so first class is still going to get their full service. But the popular routes like New York to Boston, LA to San Francisco, Atlanta to Charlotte, so they're like, nope, sorry, you don't get anything for free anymore.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the airlines cutting these freebies? Like, is this just the world we live in now, or is it just is it a step too far for you?
It's weak, I think, personally.
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's really bad. I think Delta's the best American carrier, but it really goes to show you if you ever go overseas, okay, anywhere, okay, doesn't really matter what overseas airline, they're way better than any of the American airlines that you can get here.
So it's just unfortunate, right? Like, let's say you buy an economy seat on a Delta flight because you're like, hey, look, I'm flying from LA to San Francisco. It's an hour flight, maybe an hour and change. We get up, we come down. It's no big deal. I don't even sometimes a lot of times flight attendant will come by and go, sir, can I get you anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you. Because I brought a bottle of water with me on or whatever. And maybe the snacks are not something that I really want to eat. I don't need little Oreo cookies or little Cheez-Its, on the flight.
Except when they have the Stroop waffles.
Okay.
Stroop waffles are delicious.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is...
This is why I miss Lindsay.
I'm just saying, you guys don't like the Stroop waffles they have on Delta?
What are the Stroop waffles? I guess I don't really know.
What do you mean? You don't know what a Stroop waffle is?
Not really. I guess
Again,
not.
no idea what that is.
It's like the what is the other thing you talk about? The zingers or whatever?
Yeah,
They're like the little waffles. They have like honey in the middle of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
they're delicious snacks.
Well,
anyway.
that sounds good.
Anyway.
But it's unfortunate, right? Like, you look at the flight, you're like, okay, for economy plus it costs this, for whatever the next level up it costs this. It's an hour flight. I'm going from LAX to San Francisco. It's an hour. And then you get on the plane, you're like, excuse me, can I get a glass of water? And they're
Seriously?
like, no, you can't.
If you're dying, they might give you a glass of
But you're
water.
in the back by the bathroom. So no, the answer is no. You paid the least amount, therefore you get the least amount. That's very frontier-ish. That is very Spirit-ish. That is not very Delta-ish.
Listen, I know everybody's rolling their eyes that Elon Musk might buy the defunct Spirit Airlines.
Is that true? I hadn't heard that.
That was a rumor I saw.
Yeah.
But if he does, he's going to purposely make it amazing, at least for a year, just to prove to everybody that he can. And then maybe the only positive out of it will be that maybe it'll make the other airlines at least treat people like human beings.
Step their game up. I will say, though, whenever I fly with Chewy, the flight attendants are always very nice.
You got Chewy.
And they always they'll be like, oh, does he need some water? And some of them will be like, oh, I happen to have a treat. I don't know why a flight attendant's carrying dog treats, but they do.
Very nice. Yeah, it's unfortunate. If you buy the cheapest flight on Delta from San Francisco to L.A. or vice versa, you ain't getting nothing. Nothing.
Bunch of baloney.
The guy you're in row 25, you get nothing. The guy in row 24, he got a Coke, he got a ginger ale, he got a bag of pretzels. Like, excuse me, sir, can I get a pretzel off of you? They won't give it to me. I'm in row 25. You're in row 24.
One of the airlines, and I thought that it was Delta, has like those Comfort Plus seats do come with like the drinks. You get the same. You don't get the meal service like they do in first class, but you get the alcoholic beverages at least. Unlimited in that row. There's like 3 rows worth of like the extra, the extra leg room and like the bigger seats or whatever. But I guess not anymore. I guess those don't count.
I'm always fascinated by people drinking on airplanes.
Alcohol?
Oh, yeah.
If it's free?
Why? Oh, I used to go to town.
Oh, free or pay for it. People just they get
Either
on
way,
planes
I used
and
to go to town.
Yeah, people just get on planes and like their instinct is to drink.
Because it's free. That's what it is, don't you think?
Well, no, but I'm saying where people pay for their drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's only free in first class in the economy.
Do you guys all drink on planes?
I used to.
We just did this whole bit yesterday.
No. You said that this is the first time you're ever going to fly without having drinking.
Right.
But I'm saying that, like, when you're on a plane, I don't drink on a plane, really. Like, I know a lot of people are like, hey, we're going to Vegas. Let's start partying. Okay, got it. Hey, we're going to Cabo. Let's drink on the way. I get it. But, like, if I'm going from L.A. to New York and I got a business trip, or I'm going to visit my parents down in Florida, darling, my instinct is not to drink on the plane.
Well, for me, it was hopefully to sleep or knock myself out.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in first class and it's free, I'll drink some sparkling wine.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, well, in first class, you're like, well, it's kind of like a buffet, you know, where you got to eat as much as you pay.
I don't feel
in
that
first
way.
class.
Yeah,
you're
when
like,
we
I
go to
better
Chicago,
drink.
Stephanie better drink after the price of the ticket.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she better get her money's worth and my money's worth.
What airline are you flying on?
Wow.
United.
Oh, United's their first class food is not very good though.
What
Not
made you
gonna
go
lie.
first class? What made you buy first class tickets?
Because I didn't want to deal with paying for bags. I'm going to pack a lot. It's a suit trip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to have a suit, stuff. I don't want to deal with it.
Not only do you not have to pay for bags, but you can also have an oversized or overweight bag.
Not just that. I don't have a real ID or at this moment a passport yet, because getting a passport is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I'll get it next week and I'll be fine. Or I'm going to do the TSA confirmed. But also I feel like when the TSA agents see first class, they'll be a little bit nicer if I have to pull out a TSA confirmed app versus just say, here's a real ID.
They're like, hey, this guy's first class. Let's treat him with respect.
I hope.
Yeah.
Chris, you know they've got Clear always has those like buddy passes. I'll send you one of my Clear buddy passes.
Well,
you
but
can try it
needs
out for
two.
free.
Sounds like he needs two.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like you.
Yeah, well,
and-
she's got a real ID, so I'm
then
fine.
you're good.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you have a real ID yet?
Just because I never did it.
You didn't know about this?
Yeah,
And,
I
well,
haven't done
no,
it either.
here's the reason. Because I didn't have my Social Security card.
Okay, I had that problem.
So I have ordered a Social Security card
did
that was
that.
approved 2 months ago, but still hasn't arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the time to go to a Social Security office and get it.
I did that.
So now I have
Well,
a birth certificate. So now I need a passport to go to get the real ID. But hopefully I'll just be able to use the passport. And then TSA confirmed is only $45 for the trip, and it's good for 10 days. But there's like a little asterisk that goes, it may not work. But from everything I'm reading, it does work if you're flying domestically and you have a real California's driver's license.
Yeah, you'll
So-
be fine. I feel like they haven't cracked down on it like that yet.
And if not, Stephanie, you fly there, and I'll just take an
Take a
Uber.
train?
I'll take a train.
You take an Uber.
Yeah. Hey,
Had an
sucker.
Uber Black. It was $35,000
Guess
to get
what?
from LA to Chicago.
I get in the Uber Black at LAX, and they're like, where are you going? Chicago. Start driving, homeboy.
Let's go. Don't worry, I'll get you a cheeseburger along the way. And then you're going to stop at a Taco Bell. You'll start fouling them off.
Okay.
Driver will throw up. You know what I mean?
Start foul. By the way, that's the first time that reference has ever happened on this show, the foul off.
Yeah, well, it's your reference. I used
Not
it
on
against
the
you.
air, it's not.
Well, it is now.
Man, you're a bad guy.
Oh,
You got one more, Wins?
I do.
Go ahead.
So speaking of airlines here, get back to this here. Okay, so a humanoid robot named Bebop bought his own
We did
seat.
this one yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, sorry.
It says use
Was it
this
marked
at the
off?
top. I
Oh,
did
you're
mark
right.
it up.
It says it on the second line. That's
All right, well, that's the
all
Lindsay
right.
segment.
Wait, no, I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there's an NBA champ who says that he'd sell his championship ring, and it's not who you may think. Michael Porter Jr., who just won with the Nuggets in 2023, he said he'd sell it if he ever needed the cash. So he now plays for the Nets, but in a recent interview, he called the ring meaningless, saying that what matters most is being remembered as a champ and not owning the ring. So the Denver 2023 ring has 16 carats of diamonds, 89 rubies and sapphires, and a hidden compartment inside. So you probably get a lot of money for it. If you could own any athlete's championship ring, whose would it be? I want LeBron's 2016. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Sure. No, that's a good question. Who's Super Bowl or who's championship ring?
Yeah, any sport.
Yeah, right. I would look for one of the more improbable ones. That's a good one, right?
I'm going Oral 88.
Okay, pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Bergie, you got one?
How about Freddie from 2024?
Okay, nice. I was recently in Vegas at the Fontainebleau Hotel at the
Fontainebleau?
The Jim Gray Tom Brady Sports Museum. They have all of Tom Brady's Super Bowl rings. The last one that he won with Tampa is so freaking massive. It'll weigh your whole arm down. That's the one I want. Brady's 7th ring, his one championship with Tampa Bay. That's the ring I want.
Does it come with a free coffin?
That's right.
Free coffin. That's pretty good.
You know what? How about does it have to be a championship ring? You said it has to be a ring?
No, if you want to, alter a little, go for it.
Okay, so I would think if it had to be a championship ring, how about the 99 Rams ring that DeMarco has, right?
Oh, a good one.
I mean, that was pretty improbable. They had Kurt Warner as their quarterback. Nobody thought Kurt Warner was going to do anything at that point. And then if I could pick one item in sports that was not necessarily a ring, how about that one of those 1980 Olympic medals?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Take it right from Michael Ruzioni. You rip it right off his chest.
Hey, these days he'll probably sell it to you.
Hey, listen, Michael Ruzioni's a good dude.
Hard times.
He is, but
He is a good dude.
I mean, if you need a sports radio guest and
He's
he
the
went there,
guy.
he'll come.
He is the guy.
It's like Bob Nightingale.
Yeah.
Just call him. He'll come on.
Or Lee Steinberg.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lee, definitely.
Oh, he'll be at the OC Sports Award.
All right, as we wrap up this whole Michigosh on a Wednesday.
And listen, Lee is an accomplished person, but it's kind of like the ghost of Gil Brandt at this point.
Oh, come
Don't
on.
worry,
Don't do
Lee,
that.
Lee will tell you how accomplished he is.
Hey, Lee, I know you're listening. I know you're listening. We
you
love
you got your spit cup right next to you, Lee.
And that, as I have told him many times, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day for Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. Don't dramatize the deadlines. Deadlines can create quite a bit of stress, and sometimes it doesn't seem fair. However, working toward your goal without the interference of negative mental energy makes any job more manageable. Look at that, Cap.
Hey, that's good.
That is good.
That's real good.
Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. Hold on, let me hit the bed here. The Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by our friends at Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE, 01915-212.
Hey, just to finish things off today, this is actually, unfortunately, a sad story, but I'm going to just turn it into a positive. Do you guys know that this morning, while we've been on the air, it was announced that Ted Turner died this morning?
I did see that, yes.
Yeah. Ted Turner, for those of you guys that geek out on media stuff like I do, Ted Turner was a really important person in my life, and I don't mean like me, like as if I had a relationship with him, not at all. But just think about it. Like, Ted Turner created CNN. It's still kind of my default news channel, even though it's not really news anymore. But that's how long CNN has been embedded into my head as the default news channel. So he created CNN. When I was a kid, George, I'm sure it was like this for you as well, we got a lot of Atlanta Braves baseball games because he had them on TBS. So that was you watched baseball out of market with the Braves. That's how we knew like what was going on with one other team. This is way back when. The other thing for me, I was a huge WCW wrestling fan. And so when we think about Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South, really Ted Turner was always kind of called the mouth of the South. Ted Turner was an incredible entrepreneur. And unfortunately today, he died at 87 years old. But the world, you talk about a person who changed the world. Ted Turner today, shout out, 87 years old, dead, but a man who changed the world. And that's it.
You're a man who changed the world.
Well,
I mean, you used foul off today in a sentence, which I like.
That is a world-changing phrase.
Everybody have a great Windy Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow for a Thursday. No Sedano tomorrow, but we're going to figure out how we're going to get through. Just might be a lot of Cappy.
I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We're toast.
We'll figure it out. Sedano,
I mean,
thanks.
listen, you'll be fine, Cappy.
Yeah. Thanks for being brave today, Sedano, and doing the show out of a bathroom with a towel over your head.
Nice
we appreciate
job.
it.
Nice work out of you,
Well,
kid.
sorry. Next time I'll make sure to
No, I was complimenting you. I wasn't being sarcastic.
No. Actually, sounded pretty good, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Didn't sound great at the beginning, but it worked itself out.
Have a great day. Travel safe. We love you. All right, everybody. The Rich Eisen Show now. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. as we'll prepare to tell you, or at least Cappy will, how the Lakers will win one game. But here's a little secret. They won't.
Show, and you'll never miss a moment. Now, on with the show.